Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share. Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream with me, Grizzly. This is Grizzly True Crime, and today we're going to kick off right where we left off yesterday. Yesterday we did part 1 of this document deep dive. We're going to continue now and finish this document as well as look at a few highlights from the others, because I finally managed to work through all of the reports from my FOIA request. So I'm going to just show you a few things there that I find quite interesting as well. If you didn't see part 1, it is linked below for you. It's on the playlist. You could find it over there, and I would highly recommend checking that out so that you don't miss anything, because there were a lot of details yesterday, right? Welcome to all the new members as well. I see a lot of people are joining. We'll have a members only stream right after this live stream. So if you don't make it to the end of this one, if you see this live stream is finished, come to the members only stream, okay? You should get a notification. It should be there. It's on the members only playlist. All right, so welcome to all my moderators, to all my patrons, members, subscribers, any locals in chat, and any family and friends of Madeline Soto. I hope that you know about this case if you are here today. If you don't, just click more in the description box and you can have a read there of what this case is about. And then please visit the playlist, because we've done timelines, presentations, deep dives, documents, body cam, police interviews, all of that, right? So we're just deep diving this document right now, which was a new report from the Kissimmee Police Department. And they actually, in these documents, revealed Madeline Soto's cause of death, which they say is from strangulation. There's a document in one of these that I pinned that actually says in the home. They believe she was deceased when she was taken out of the home. So asphyxiation, strangulation in the home. Oh my goodness. Sir the River. Well, so thank you so much. You said thank you for your expert coverage, Grizzly. You Grizzly. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And thank you to everyone who's left such kind comments on the Court TV video that they put up. That is so sweet. I see some people like, what are all these grizzlies doing here? I really appreciate it. Also, before I dive into this, if you watched the Sean Finnegan trial with me, I actually got an email from the judge we love so much, right? From Special Judge Don Ash. So in our members only stream, I'm going to be reading that to you guys if you do want to hear it, just to let you know that he appreciated all the kind comments. All right, so before we dive in, let me just get to some of these. You said, Alyssa, thank you so much for your awesome coverage. Your professionalism and care for the victims is top notch. Definitely proud to be a Grizzly. Thank you. And thanks for being a member for, it just went flying, 13 months, and Savvy for 25 months. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Now, if I do have stickers and people joining throughout the stream, I'm just going to pop it on the screen. And mods, if you could please help me thank people, it'll be very helpful. Otherwise, I will continue to interrupt and people will get annoyed because they're like, just read the document, Grizzly. I know it's so nice for replay watchers, right? But I really appreciate the support. I see every single sticker, member joining, everything that you share there, and I really appreciate it, and I always review it afterwards as well. Okay, so we were on page 41, so I'm actually going to start at the top here just for context for anyone that missed yesterday's one, right? Okay, you guys are saying my sound is a little bit low. Let me just check what Bill Gates has done. You know how Bill Gates likes to turn down my mic volume. No, it's pretty high. It's actually 90% now. Sound check, everyone. Mic check. Hello. Can you hear me? Are we good? Are we good to go? I want to make sure that you can hear me. Okay. Stephanie, welcome. And Nanny, WGS Nanny, welcome as well. Okay. So here we go. On March 6th of 2024, at approximately 10:18 hours, Detective Smallwood and I responded to Snug Street in Northport, Florida to speak with Chris Sterns and Deborah Sterns. Those are Stephan Sterns' parents, right? Who are the parents of Stephan. Chris stated that he was expecting to speak with us at some point during this investigation. I told them I was trying to get an understanding of Stephan's and Jennifer's relationship. All right? Wow, you guys are saying now the volume. I don't know what's going on with the volume. Okay, so just stand by. Gigi. Oh my word. Happy birthday, Gigi. All right. Thank you for spending some time here with us. Okay. So this is where we were yesterday. All right. they stated that the police wanted an understanding of Stephan's and Jennifer's relationship. They stated that Stephan and Jennifer were together approximately 7 years, which is also what Jen Soto said. Deborah stated that they didn't approve of them being together because of drug use. Chris stated it was drug use, as well as Jennifer was taking medication for depression and anxiety, and didn't think that Jennifer was going to be a good influence for Stephan, which I'll snark again. I'm like, what? Could anyone be a good influence for Stephan? Oh my word. Also, yesterday I had redacted this document, and then for some reason it didn't save the redaction, so now I have it as I received it from the court. Okay, that's my disclaimer for the day. So I hope that everything they wanted redacted is redacted. I normally take some extra measures as well. Myra says, when can I meet the kitties? Normally I show a lot of videos of the kitties on Patreon, so if you want to see lots of them there, they're all over there. Sometimes they join us for member streams if they're here. Alright, so they explained that both Stephan and Jennifer would sleep all the time, and it wasn't a positive thing for the relationship. When both Stephan and Jennifer would suffer a mental illness episode, they would bring the other person down with them, and it wasn't a good dynamic. I think it's a bit small for you as well, guys, right? You want me to zoom in a little bit? Put myself over here. I know some of you want to read along with me. Okay? So, they would sleep all the time, and they didn't think it was a positive thing for the relationship. When both Stephan and Jennifer would suffer a mental illness episode, they would bring the other person down with them, and it wasn't a good dynamic. Chris stated that Stephan was diagnosed with sleep apnea, and he would be up all night and then sleep all day. Is that common for sleep apnea? I still think it's because of him taking so much medication by the sounds of it. Ativan, Adderall, there's like ADHD medication. I don't know what else he was taking. I don't know what all Jen and Stephan were taking, but it sounds like a lot. And we're going to go over a Google search or two of his. Then he made 2 weeks before this visit, which is very interesting. I don't know if that was for him or if it was intended for Madeline. I don't know what's going on there for Jen, but it seemed like he wanted to knock someone out big time. All right, so they say sleep apnea. I asked what Stephan would do when he was in town staying with him. Chris stated that he would lock himself in his bedroom and only come out to eat dinner. Chris stated he brought Stephan back to Northport from Kissimmee because he was tired of supporting him living with Jennifer. That we didn't know before these documents, right? That it was Stephan's dad paying for Stephan to have a room there at Jen Soto's house, right? Oh my goodness. So apparently he was paying $600 or so per month. What? We're going to get to that now. All right. And so Chris stated that Stephan was sharing a room with Jennifer, but when they split up, which was in December of 2023, okay, Stephan began living in his own room at the location, so Chris would pay Stephan's rent of $600 a month. Chris said when Stephan moved back to their house, Stephan would lock himself in his room, and there was always tension due to his sleeping disorder. I think it's a different disorder that caused the tension, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know if the parents knew it all, but what he had on his computer is just frightening, right? Donnie, not Wahlberg, says, loved your segment on Core TV. Thank you so much. All right, so I don't want to lose my place. You see, that's why I must just focus here quickly. Okay. I asked Chris if Stephan ever said they were officially broken up, and he said yes and no. It's one of those answers, yes and no. Okay. Chris stated that Jennifer told him the week prior to Stephan coming to Kissimmee for this incident, that Jennifer told him that she didn't want Stephan as a partner and he wouldn't be a good partner for her. Chris said that he assumed they were officially ended the relationship because Stephan had recently been seeing another female. We're going to hear about that later as well, right? Yeah, Ocean Temple says he must have insomnia, not sleep apnea. Right? Right? Yeah, Avis is like, sleeping disorder. Yeah, right. Okay, so I asked how many times Stephan went to Kissimmee after he moved back home. They stated he went to Kissimmee 3 different times, including this most recent time. Once was Thanksgiving, 2023. The other was Christmas, 2023. And then this time, which was February 25th of 2024. Oh, my word. So it was the first time this year that Stephan had been back there. Okay. Deborah stated in the last year or so, Madeline began showing signs of being bipolar, which is what Jenn Soto said she was diagnosed with. As in, Jenn said that she has herself been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And so I don't know if Deborah knew that or not and said that she's seeing signs of Madeline being bipolar. I would say it's probably signs of being abused and traumatized by her own son. I'm not saying the mother knew it. I don't know if she knew it or not. Probably not, but you know what I mean. So if it's like, if Madeline's showing like mood swings, or she's agitated, or she's crying, or she's upset, yeah, signs of trauma, more like it, right? I asked if she witnessed Jennifer and Madeline butting heads, as previously mentioned, and she said no. Deborah said she would only hear them arguing over the phone. Deborah stated she didn't think Madeline was a very social person and she didn't have many friends. This was odd because Madeline had several friends at her current school. I asked when Madeline, Jennifer, and Stephan were visiting Northport, that would be when the three of them visited his parents, right? So they would sometimes visit his parents, I assume, right? So if any of them took any medication to fall asleep, and Deborah said no. Deborah said Stephan was prescribed an anti-anxiety medication and ADHD medication, but neither one of them knew that Stephan or Jennifer's medical routines were. I don't know if they had routines. It sounded to me like they were taking a lot, right? Okay. I asked if Stephan would drive the Now, this is important. This was really like, ooh, there's an answer. I'll tell you why now. Okay. So, I was wondering, why would Stephan Sterns have a car registered in his name at his parents' house, but then take his dad's car to Florida? To me, that felt like, does it mean that this was all premeditated? You know, driving around in his dad's car? But actually, his dad said he would, if he went to visit there, he would take his dad's car because he didn't trust the other one. We're going to get to that now, right? Okay. So, welcome to all the new members. So they say here, I asked if Stephan would drive the silver Lincoln to Kissimmee when he visited Jennifer. Chris said that he would drive Chris's Lincoln because he didn't trust Stephan's vehicle. I asked why Stephan went to Kissimmee this most recent time, and Chris said it was for Madeline's birthday. Deborah stated that Madeline called Stephan on the 24th of Feb, okay, that would be the Saturday, to make sure that he was coming. Now, someone in yesterday's live stream left a comment saying maybe it was more in context of not like, are you coming over, right? I really hope you're coming over. Maybe it's more like, oh, are you coming over? You're coming over. And we find out from other documents we'll go through later that one of Madeline's friends actually said that Madeline said she was going to have a meltdown and she needed help on that day. Like on the 24th. Okay, so Madeline needed help. She was having a meltdown. She's asking Stephan, are you coming over? So you could look at it two ways. It's either like Madeline is not coping with her mom, because so far everything we've heard is she was fighting the most with Jenn. She wasn't really fighting with Stephan, but Stephan was sexually abusing her based on what they found on his phone, right? So was she terrified of going back home alone with her mom? Or was she terrified that, oh no, now he's coming back? Now he's coming back no. Like, why is he coming to visit, right? It could be either one, we don't know. So, for Madeline's birthday. Okay, so Deborah stated that Madeline called Stephan on the 24th to make sure that he was coming. Chris said something was odd with Stephan, and he was very upset. This is interesting. It's factored into what this whole timeline. Stephan was anxiously looking for anxiety medication from Chris and Deborah, but was unsuccessful. Chris said that Stephan looked very stressed out on Saturday, the 24th of Feb, that evening, which means he was at his parents' house that evening. So with Jenn and Stephan saying, they didn't know if he was there on Saturday. When he arrived on Saturday, was it morning or Sunday morning? No, it was Sunday night. Because remember, Jenn also has many different stories. Like, if you read all these police reports, she has a different timeline and story almost every time. It's ridiculous, actually. Again, like I said yesterday, why, if you don't know or you didn't see your daughter that morning, don't make up crap. Don't make up crap. Or everyone's going to really look at you and be like, why are you lying? What are you hiding? Why are you making up timelines? Why are you making up what you saw Madeline last seen wearing when you didn't, in fact, see her that morning at all? So that's pretty interesting as well. All right. Amber says, this is such a sad case. I'm not convinced Jenn didn't know about the ongoing essay. I think she knew about it based on another document we're going to look at today. We touched on it yesterday via an article, and I actually found that paragraph at last. There's a lot of documents in this file that they sent. Oh my word. So anyway, my eyes are like, I've been staring at documents all day. Oh my goodness. The thing is, in that document, Jenn says to the police that she doesn't think the sex stuff is evil, but she thinks murder is evil. So you know about the sex stuff then? Or what? Why are you making a comment like that? Like, that's so crazy. Oh my word. Okay, so there's so many things I could say. I'm trying to power through this to make we focus, because I can honestly, we could talk about every single line just about. But that is interesting that usually if Stephan went through, he would use his dad's car. So now we know that, because I was wondering about that all along. And that Madeline, according to Deborah, Stephan's mother, called Stephan, and then he's like anxiously looking for his anxiety medication, anything for his anxiety, and he's acting odd, and his dad is like, what the hell's wrong with him, right? I like how observant the dad is actually, right? Okay, so we're also going to look at some body cam later. We're going to go through this document. I'm going to show you highlights of other documents. Then we'll look at some body cam, all right? So here we go, okay. But Chris said that Stephan looked very stressed out on Saturday evening. Chris said he felt that Stephan was more stressed out over something rather than upset at something, but he had no idea what was stressing him out. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know what on earth was stressing him out that much. But by the next night, or sometime in the early hours of the morning on Monday, Madeline was murdered. So I do think this is very significant to the timeline. Right? Okay. I asked, when did they hear about what happened with Madeline's disappearance? And Chris said he spoke with Stephan when he arrived in Kissimmee on the 25th of... He spoke with Stephan when he arrived in Kissimmee on the 25th, which was the Sunday. Chris said he tried to get hold of Stephan several times on Monday morning, but he didn't get an answer, which was February 26th. Stephan called Chris at 17 hours, so 17 past 3 p.m., okay? That Monday, and Stephan's voice seemed a little off to Chris. During that conversation, Stephan tells Chris that he got a flat tire somewhere on Highway 192. Stephan tells Chris that he changed the tire, but got injured during the process due to pinching his finger between the jack and the vehicle. Stephan then calls Chris back at 16:54 hours, so just before 5 p.m., and Stephan tells Chris that there's been an occurrence. And he was on his way to Madeline's grandmother's house, which again is not correct. He was actually on his way to Madeline's grandmother's place of work, one, and to call it an occurrence instead of saying Madeline's missing. Like, holy crap, I dropped off at school this morning and now she's missing. The dad, you can hear that this dad was like, my son is being weird. It must have been so hectic for his dad to watch that press conference where the police said, we... looking for information. If anyone saw this vehicle or someone changing a tire, ooh, that must have jogged his dad's memory. Like, changing a tire, where? That Hickory Tree Road in that St. Cloud area, right? Okay, so Stephan says there's been an occurrence and he was on his way to Madeline's grandmother's house. Chris thought that it was a strange use of words. Stephan then tells Chris the story of him dropping Madeline off near the school because she didn't want to be seen in his car. Chris thought it was strange that 2 incidents happened during the same day. I'll give the dad some credit here. I know before we've snarked about the parents because I'm like, why are they enabling their baby boy in jail? Why are they buying him candy and sending him all the books he wants, like making sure he's ultra pampered in the jail? Maybe the dad's playing along. Maybe the parents are playing along to get the truth out of him eventually. Maybe. Who knows? I mean, the calls are recorded, as we know as well. All right. So we keep going. Chris thought it was strange that 2 incidents happened during the same day. Stephan tells Chris that Madeline had not been in school all day, and the area where she was dropped off at was a known area for kidnapping and abductions. I mean, hello narrative. Ooh, I'm telling you, man. Every day I try. I'm like, no, I'm gonna give Jennifer Soto the benefit of the doubt. And I just like every time I just think back to all these things that Jenn Soto also said. Remember when she said, I think she's been taken. Now, that could be because Stephan has that narrative, but I mean, Jenn knows the drop-off areas more than anyone. She usually takes Madeline to school. She knows the area better than Stephan does. He hardly even took Madeline to school ever. So, for Stephan to immediately insert that narrative and already start manipulating his dad, because he knew what he did, right? Allegedly. Sassy Pants, nice name. Thank you so much. So, for him to tell his dad that the area she was dropped off at was a known area for kidnappings and abductions, then why'd you drop her off there? Why did you drop her off there then, Stephan? You say you looked in the rearview mirror and she was rummaging through her backpack, and then you thought nothing of it because she was probably looking for her headphones. But oh yeah, she forgot her phone at home. Why would she look for her headphones then? Why would you leave her there alone then? Why is she dropped off an hour before? And we know that none of this happened, so none of it's actually relevant. It's just Stephan's lies. But it's interesting that he's already, from minute one, lying to his dad. Right? Okay. So, yeah, I could see a lot of people speculate that maybe the victim was pregnant. We don't have any evidence of that yet, and I just wonder if you wouldn't be, say, charged with 2 counts of murder, you know? If so, I just worry about that speculation. I mean, it is one of the options. It is one of the options. One can't, take it completely off the table. But I haven't heard the police say anything like that, right? Terry says they're all twisted. Justice for Madeline. Tragedy. Thank you so much, and yes. Okay, so the area of Hunters Creek Middle School is an upper middle-class neighborhood and not an area like Stephan told Chris. During the conversation, Chris said that Stephan was upset, as if he was holding himself responsible for Madeline's disappearance. Very observant as well, yes. Chris said that he felt that Stephan was rehearsing his story on him because it was the same routine that he used during Stephan's statement during a media interview on Tuesday. In another document, Madeline Soto says that Stephan was ugly crying on an interview. Even that is so disconnected from the whole situation. You're like, yeah, he was ugly crying. Oh my word. Okay, we'll look at that later. Wow. Okay, so Chris said that he felt that Stephan was rehearsing his story. So his dad knew this guy, he's practicing the story on me. Chris would speak with Stephan over the phone a few more times during Monday and Tuesday. Chris would ask what Stephan and Jennifer have done to help find Madeline, and when it was mentioned that law enforcement wanted Stephan's phone, Chris advised him to hand his phone over if there wasn't anything incriminating on it. Stephan then told Chris that he had accidentally reset his phone when he was doing an update. Chris thought it was bullshit. I'm reading it as is because you could just imagine the dad's like, that is bullshit. Okay? And said there was no way to accidentally do that. Yeah, exactly. There was no way to accidentally do it. Renee said when Maddie called to ask him if he was coming, I believe she said, if you touch me, I'm reporting you, and that's why Stephan became anxious and was looking for medication. It could be that as well. Very plausible too, Renee. Very. All right. So if you guys are only joining now and you missed part 1 yesterday, please go and check it out. We are reading one of the latest reports from the Kissimmee Police Department. Okay? So that's what we started doing yesterday, and it's extremely detailed, and there's a lot of things here that we hadn't known before, and it answers some big questions, and it also brings about new questions, of course, you know. So, okay. So we were here. Okay, there was no way to do that, accidentally do that. I asked Chris why he went to Kissimmee, and he said that Stephan told him they were getting kicked out of their home and had to stay in a hotel. It's not even Stephan's home anymore. He moved out in December. They were broken up, him and Jenn. What is Stephan even doing there? Wow. Okay. So this is when the residence was secured for a search warrant. Chris went to Kissimmee to assist Stephan and Jennifer for whatever they needed. Chris said when he left, he couldn't lock the front door because the batteries were dead in the electronic lock, so he advised Deborah of the issue. When Chris got to Kissimmee, he met up with Stephan and Jennifer, and they had a small discussion on the probable interviews that may take place the following day, and they went to their respective rooms. Chris said he got a call from Jennifer the following morning on the 28th of Feb, asking if Stephan was with him. See, even Jen didn't know where the hell did Stephan go. On the 28th. asking if Stephan was with him. Chris and Jennifer met in the lobby, and Chris asked Jennifer if her car keys were in the room, and she said no. Jennifer received a phone call from a detective saying they are wanting to conduct an interview. However, Stephan was not there. Chris became concerned at that point, thinking Stephan was going to look guilty. Not even look guilty. Be guilty, allegedly, of things they found on his phone. He was arrested on that day, 28th, right? Stephan. And where was he? Driving around in Jenn Soto's car. Where? St. Cloud area, likely revisiting the area where he had put Madeline Soto's body. Okay. Right, so we were here. However, Stephan was not there. Chris became concerned at that point, thinking Stephan was going to look guilty. Stephan eventually shows up to the hotel and he tells a story that he got lost. Sure, this guy's like is he a pathological liar or what? Wow, Chris didn't believe the story because Jennifer's car has a GPS feature which would provide accurate directions. Actually, you know, Stephan also was around that date as well. He went back to Northport, Florida, around his parents' place. Do you guys remember that? And then they thought maybe he went to that storage unit. Okay. And then in documents we previously read, they said, okay, they don't think he was actually there. But later in this document, they say he probably was there because his dad found one of his computer hard drives in that storage unit. And the dad had lost his key, one of his keys, a few months prior. And wow, there this hard drive appears. Interesting, huh? YouTube bad actor said he's so disgusting. I know, right? Okay. So, we'll get back to our place here. Sorry, every time I look away, I must keep my mouse here. Not move it at all. All right, so it's got a GPS feature which would provide accurate directions. Chris was able to speak with Detective Alex Richards, who advised Chris that Stephan was in Northport early Wednesday morning. You see that? There. That's what I'm saying. He was in Northport early Wednesday morning. The dad's probably like, what the hell? Like, I drove here to be with them, and he's driving back home to do what? Wow. Okay. Interesting. That must have really, also the dad must have been really like, what the hell is going on here? Detective Richards told Chris that they had information that Stephan possibly went to his storage facility located at this Executive Avenue. Chris said Stephan would have been disappointed because there was no way to gain access into their home because the only way inside would have been through the garage, which he didn't have a remote for. Chris stated when Stephan eventually made it back to the hotel, he went to sleep and there was no waking him up. I asked Chris why Stephan would come to the house, and he said the only reason would be to possibly steal something to get money. I asked if they have spoken with Jennifer since Stephan was arrested, and Chris stated they exchanged a few texts. Deborah asked if we spoke to Jennifer about what happened after Madeline's birthday party. Deborah stated that Jennifer told them that she asked Madeline to go to sleep with Stephan in his room, and Deborah was not okay with that, and that was another reason they wanted Stephan to come back to their home to stay. I asked them if Stephan had any medication prescribed to him when they came to Kissimmee, and he said no. Stephan was having a lapse in insurance coverage. I asked Chris when Northport Police Department contacted him, did he give them a desktop computer, and he said yes. Chris said they gave Northport Police Department full access to Stephan's room, but it did not appear that they took anything of evidentiary value other than the computer that Chris gave them. I'm sure that has evidentiary value on it, right? Even if Stephan tried to delete it, we know they're going to find what we try to delete as they did on his phone. Helena says, thank you for covering Maddie's case. This case is so sad. It really is so sad. And there's so many lessons one can learn from this case as well. I hope there'll be full justice for Madeline. I look forward to the trial of Stephan Sterns, definitely. So thank you so much for that. Okay, so just the computer, huh? Just the computer. Chris went on to say that Jennifer should not have been acting the way she was after just learning that, and then they say sexual offense identity. Madeline was missing, I would assume would be some of the words they would write there. Then also stated that he thought that everything Stephan would say was a lie, and he didn't know what to believe, especially during the media interview. So his own parents seeing those media interviews that we watched together, it's on the playlist, were like, why is he lying? And some friends as well, and former friends of Stephan Sterns were like, why are they lying? Why are they saying boyfriend, girlfriend? Like, what is going on here? So very, very interesting. That family and friends were looking at this like with skeptical eyes, like we were. It's interesting, right? Okay. So He didn't know what to believe. Okay. Detective Smallwood asked them if they thought Stephan would be capable of doing something like this, and Deborah said no, and she thought it may have been an accident. Now, we will still listen to Chris Sterns' interview. I actually have 3 audio files, so we're going to have to split that up into 2 or 3 parts. Probably part 1 tomorrow, the longer one, and then we'll do a part 2 the next day maybe, and we can look at the other audio files. And there as well, it's interesting to hear what the parents think happened. And they also think, like many do, that Jenn either had some knowledge or she was involved somehow or something like that. Now that we don't know that, and she hasn't been arrested or charged. The police ironically recently said, I say ironic because of the timing of all this coming out. They made a statement through a reporter that no, they have no plans to arrest Jenn Soto. But as we've said before, why would they say if they had plans to? And they also don't usually have plans to. They're busy working on the investigation. They're following the evidence. And if they ever have evidence to arrest her, they're going to. But probably not after she's a witness. Not before she's a witness. She'll have to be a witness probably. It's Stephan Sterns' trial. And then maybe we'll see. I don't know. Who knows? Or maybe she'll just never be arrested. Mrs. Melissa said, thanks for the wonderful coverage as always. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so after the interview was concluded, Detective Smallwood and I responded to the Northport Police Department where we collected the tower computer and power cord collected from Stephan's room. The computer was delivered to the Kissimmee Police Department and submitted into evidence. On March 7th, 2024, at approximately 10:38 hours, I contacted a roommate who is a roommate that lived at that address. Natalie provided the following sworn statement. She stated that she's known Jennifer for years because she was friends with Jennifer's sister. She moved into the residence in the beginning of 2022. She stated that Stephan was already living at the residence, but she didn't communicate with him outside of saying hello and goodbye. Natalie would spend most of her time in her own bedroom with her son. Jennifer confided in Natalie that Stephan wasn't maintaining a job to help provide for the household. That is when Stephan moved upstairs away from Jennifer and eventually moving out of the residence and back to his mother and father's residence. Natalie stated her work schedule and morning routine are consistent because it had to be for her son. I think her son was 17 at the time, is what Jenn said. Natalie stated she makes it a point to be out of the house by 7:45 in the morning because she has to drop off her son before she goes to work. Natalie stated that Madeline is normally waking up as she's leaving for the day, and she would sometimes see her. I asked if she had ever seen Madeline getting ready for school, and she said that Madeline would typically get ready for school in Jennifer's bedroom. I asked Natalie if she has ever seen Madeline be alone with Stephan, and she could only remember one time they were inside of his room. See, his room, that's what I'm saying. His room playing video games. Natalie texts Jennifer asking if she was good with Madeline being in the room alone with Stephan, and Jennifer replied saying, thank you. What? Like, this roommate is like, your daughter is like alone with him in a room. They're playing video games? Are you okay with that? And Jennifer Soto replies, thank you. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Not like, yes, I'm okay with it. No, that's not okay. Or what are they doing? Just thank you. I asked Natalie if Jennifer takes medication, and she said she thought she took medication to help with her ADHD and sleeping habits. Natalie described an incident where she tried waking Jennifer up in the middle of the night because someone tried breaking into her car. Natalie stated it was very hard to wake Jennifer up and believed it was because of the medication. She stated during the evening of the 26th of February of 2024, the evening of, that would be the day that Maddie went missing, Monday, that Monday evening. Natalie told Jennifer that she would help pass out flyers on the 27th or do whatever else that needed done to find Madeline. That is when Stephan looks at Natalie and asks her, are you okay? Natalie became annoyed and told him no. Natalie was bothered by this question from Stephan and thought the question was odd. Natalie described Jennifer as being in pieces, meaning very upset about Madeline's disappearance, and Stephan was acting like he was concerned. I asked Natalie if she's ever known Madeline want to go to school earlier, and she said no. Natalie stated she did not think Jennifer had anything to do with Madeline's death and became very emotional, saying they love their kids. Okay. So, Sunflower Sky said, I don't understand why the mom needed help from Stephan if she was off that Monday, and why she'd wake up to see her daughter off. Why would she wake up to see her daughter off to school the day after her birthday party and she didn't need to sleep? I know, right? She needed her rest for her day off. Right, okay. And because she'd been working so hard, and that's fine, but then just let her stay at her grandmother's house. How about that? And Jenn Soto was asked, we'd heard those audio interviews, we've been reading a lot, and she was asked, why did you want Madeline to be at home? And she said, so I could see her more, because when she stays at Jenn Soto's mother's house, at Maddie's grandmother's house, she's like, I don't see her that often. I don't see her much. So I want her to be here so that I could see her more. But yet, Jennifer gets home, sends Madeline and Stephan upstairs within half an hour after watching a little bit of Sister Act, apparently. Okay. Go upstairs and then that's it. Last time she sees her. So like, I don't know how much time she spent with her. She didn't say goodbye to her that morning. Right? Anyway, so on March 7th of 2024 at approximately 13:07 hours, Detective Reyes Soto and I contacted Angelica to conduct a follow-up interview. That's one of the other roommates, right? That's the one that Stephan was taking photographs of underneath the door. Oh my word. Okay, so they say it appeared that Angelica was moving out of the residence she shared with Jennifer and Madeline. I wanted to confirm the timeline we had previously spoken about. Angelica stated she got home from work on the 25th, that was Sunday, at approximately 11 to 11:30 p.m. I asked if she had seen anyone when she got home, and she said no, but she could hear people upstairs. I asked Angelica if Jennifer's door was open, and she described it as being cracked open slightly. Angelica stated she went to sleep around 2:30 in the morning, which is when she was hearing noises coming from Stephan's room. That is, to me, already bad things are happening either just before that or around that time, right? Based on even Madeline's body being limp at 9:40 in the morning as Stephan was carrying it from the front passenger seat to the trunk after he'd parked, okay? That's why I say that, based on rigor mortis setting in 6 to 12 hours and all of that. So interesting timing there. Now 2:30. She described the noises as if someone was putting stuff on a table, which in order for her to hear those noises would have to be significant based upon the noise would have to travel through 2 closed doors and across a hallway. What the hell was going on in that room? I still think, as you guys may have heard me say on Court TV, I was saying I think a lot happened downstairs. There's a lot of clues that a lot happened downstairs. And in fact, there was a tripod in Maddie's partitioned off bedroom. That little area with the bed, there's a tripod in that area as well. One of Maddie's Crocs in Jenn Soto's room, including Jenn Soto's 2 Crocs, right? There's the Crocs, and they both brought up, she was last seen wearing Crocs. So that, Stephan Sterns' boxer shorts in the laundry hamper, just hanging over the side there. It's, what? That was right there. And there's actually like a little puddle of what looks to be like, I don't know if it's like cat vomit or something on the floor. I will show you that later, okay? I just want to make sure we get through this document first because there's a lot that we can discuss. So to me, bad things have happened in that room, and also because of the CSAM material that the detectives describe, saying they saw on the phone evidence that Stephan was wearing a red shirt with like a Deadpool graphic, and there was evidence of him sexually abusing Madeline, and in that downstairs area. And then with if you pair it with Jenn Soto saying, oh, that wasn't really Maddie's bedroom, it's more just where they would hang out, or where she would hang out. And I'm like, hang out? I don't know. It sounds like that's where Stephan, I don't know, made content. I don't even know what to call it. Abused her, made content. Is just disgusting, right? Oh my goodness. Hey, there's Grizzly Cat. Welcome to Grizzly Cat. If you want to say thanks to Grizzly Cat for helping me get all these files, FOIA requests, all sorts of things, always, her Buy Me a Coffee link is in the description box. Okay, so, right, let's keep going here. So that is pretty interesting. Angelica stated if Jennifer's awake, the television would be on or a light would be on in her room, which when she got home, neither were on, which led Angelica to believe that Jennifer was sleeping. Angelica said that she did see the light on in Stephan's bedroom when she got home. Angelica said she woke up around 9:30 the next morning. She eventually went downstairs to make breakfast and she saw Stephan. Now, I will also say, I wonder if Stephan drugged Maddie and Jenn. That's a possibility. Based on later, we'll see what Google searches he had. Who's he knocking out and why? What was he doing? It's all very interesting. Oh my goodness. So Angelica said she woke up around 9:30 the next morning. She eventually went downstairs to make breakfast and she'd seen Stephan. Angelica said Stephan was going in and out of the house and up and down the stairs. The next time she saw Stephan was around 1:30 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and Stephan was washing clothes. I asked Angelica about the sleeping arrangements, and she said all three of them would sleep together. They made a small space for Madeline to sleep in the living room, but she didn't like it, so she would sleep with Jennifer. I asked if she ever witnessed Stephan and Madeline go into Stephan's bedroom by themselves, and she said yes. Jennifer would be at the house when this occurred. Angelica said she had a conversation with Jennifer about Stephan and Madeline going to the same room together, and Jennifer would tell her that Stephan would never harm Madeline, so she was okay with it happening. I know she means like going to the room together. Okay, Earth to Jenn Soto, never okay. If we have to spell it out for anyone, that's not okay. Closed doors. And we saw all the locks on those doors. Closed doors. An 8 to 12-year-old just turned 13 because the abuse started around when Maddie was 8 years old, okay? Based on the evidence on the phone. You're just going to send your daughter up there just like it's fine, whatever. He'll never hurt her. Well, he did hurt her for many years. He harmed her. He sexually abused her. And did all sorts of things. You know, yesterday we talked about his sexual kink. He did that to Madeline. There's evidence of that. It's horrendous, okay? So, the other thing is, in some of the evidence that they'd listed with the CSAM, they say a lot of times it appears that the victim was sleeping. But there are some drawings included in this FOIA file. They're graphic, and it's what Madeline had drawn in her school books. I can't show them to you, unfortunately, but it's like of a girl lying on her back with her legs spread, and then she drew a penis, okay? That's one drawing. Then she drew another one where it looks like, even the sizing, it looks so like quite accurate, right? Meaning how tall, you know, Stephan, he was 6'2", I believe, 6'02". I think that's what I saw on his report. Anyway, a female on her knees, giving a male a blowjob, and it's so sad to see that drawing because the male, it's like like a child's drawing when they draw like a man from the side and they just draw one big smiley face. Yeah, it looks like that. It's this female giving this male a blowjob, and she draws like a big ass on the male, which is quite funny actually, but it's not. You know what I mean? Given the context, I was just like, whoa, okay. And then there's another drawing that she just lightly drew in the background, and it's of a girl wearing underwear on her knees and like in a praying position. That's very interesting. So she wasn't always asleep or drugged when she experienced some of that sexual abuse, because those drawings show that she had knowledge of what was happening to her, right? And she told some of her friends sometimes she just wants to cry. She didn't disclose anything about what was happening to her to anyone, it sounds like, except one of her friends actually said that Madeline mentioned to her that she told her mother something that Stephan was doing and her mother didn't believe her. Do you guys remember reading that with me? So, oh dear. Okay, Gaynor, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, happy 24-month Grizzlyversary. All right. So, you see, we can go off on tangents. We'll be here all day. So then, the next time she saw him, he was washing clothes. I mean, this guy didn't sound like he did any chores around the house until that day. I asked Angelica about the sleeping arrangement. She said all three of them would sleep together. Okay, we were there already. So Jenn said that Stephan would never harm Madeline. She was okay with it happening. It's not okay. He's harming her. He shouldn't be alone with her ever, ever. He's not her dad. He's not her uncle. He's not her brother. He's no one. He's not related. He's some ex-boyfriend. Oh my word. Never okay. Angelica, so if that's the lesson from this case, let it be known for everyone. Not okay. Angelica stated that she had another conversation with Jennifer about her sexual interactions or lack thereof with Stephan. Angelica said they didn't have sexual relations often, and that is why she didn't want to be with him any longer. In other stories, we heard Jenn say she broke up with Stephan because he was a messy person. Now she's telling Angelica that she broke up with him because she didn't want to be with him any longer. Why is that? Why is that? She said it's because of her medication. I'm just like, oh my. So if you're not going to have sex with your boyfriend anymore, why would you send him upstairs with your 12, just turned 13-year-old daughter? Don't do that. Just even the whole context of all of it. Oh my word. Okay, so when Stephan was told he had to move out of the house, Angelica stated he was not happy. Madeline did not appear to be upset with Stephan moving out of the house. In fact, her schoolwork improved. She was voted as like student of the week. Do you guys remember that? We read it in the 896-page document before. Oh my word, there's so many documents that have come out in this case. The more we go, the more we learn. And we just got to try to remember all of it. Thankfully, I've got a pretty good memory, to try to piece it all together so we can do our best to understand this timeline. But yeah, Madeline had told one of her friends she was happy. She'd stopped taking her medication. And she actually stopped taking her medication, is what Maddie told her friend on Valentine's Day. And if you guys remember seeing pictures from Jenn Soto's room, there's like these Valentine's Day chocolates unopened there as well. So I don't know. There's a lot to consider in this case, right? Anyway, okay, so let's just get back to where we were here. Moved out of the house. He was not happy, but it sounds like Madeline was happy. That's what she was telling her friends. Her schoolwork improved. She seemed happier. Hence, when it gets to her 13th birthday and she phones Stephan like, are you coming over tomorrow? I think she didn't want that. In my opinion, she didn't want that. She had already told her friends she wants to go and live in the woods. And she said to one friend, go and build a house in the woods and live there. It's not just in context of World War III talk, as Jenn Soto said. She wanted to run away when she turned 13. It's still very significant because she turns 13. She calls Stephan, are you coming tomorrow? Yes. She's now having a meltdown, according to her friends. Madeline is having a meltdown and saying like she needs help. And her friend actually missed that message and texted her on Sunday and said, are you okay? She said, I'm fine. Shame, man. Oh my goodness. So, wow. Right, so Madeline did not appear to be upset with Stephan moving out of the house. I asked Angelica what Madeline's routine would be when she would wake up for school, and Angelica said Madeline would go to her portion of the living room and get dressed. How degrading for a 13-year-old. You go to your little portion of the living room. She doesn't even have her own room to get dressed. She would eat breakfast and Jennifer would let her sleep a little while longer before they left for school. Angelica stated she's never seen Stephan take Madeline to school. I asked Angelica how Jennifer was acting from what happened and she said Jennifer was bad and she couldn't believe this was happening. Over the next couple of weeks, I reviewed the cell phone data that was extracted from Stephan, Jennifer, and Madeline's phones. Madeline's phone revealed the following. On the 16th of December of 2023, at 00:47 hours, that's almost 1 in the morning, Madeline sends a text message to Stephan that contained a photograph of 2 coins. Then they say and they redacted all of that. I don't know what that would be. Detailed information about steps in the health application for iPhone during time frame 25th of Feb, that's that day, Sunday, at 8:30 p.m. and the 26th at 4 p.m. On the 25th at 22:09 hours, 9 steps taken. On the 25th at 11:19 hours, right? 31 steps taken and one floor climbed, which matched the time when Jennifer sent Madeline and Stephan to go upstairs to sleep. The 26th at 7:05, 113 steps. If you remember from some of the CSAM charges we'd read before, Stephan would ask Madeline to perform oral sex on him, and he would count to 3. And if she didn't do it, they apparently heard him on these videos. If she didn't do it, he wouldn't let her play with her phone, or he wouldn't let her have her phone. So if there's a possibility here that Madeline was that night like, I don't want to go upstairs with him. Maybe she went to her room, her partitioned off area. Maybe he grabbed her phone and took it upstairs. How do we know? How do we know that's her taking her phone upstairs? You know what I mean? Because I still think a lot happened downstairs. I think things happen all over that house all the time, which is like, oh my goodness. But that downstairs area, and Jen's room and all of that whole area there is a big concern to me. Okay, so anyway, 31 steps taken, 1 floor climbed. That was at 23:19. At 7:05 in the morning, you see, 113 steps, and we know she wasn't alive then, you know. 7:15, 50 steps. 10:55, 8 steps, which is when Stephan is back at the residence. Emily says Maddie was probably terrified to sleep in that house. Yes. And that's part of why they say, no, she never wanted to sleep alone. She needed human contact at all times. Yeah, she was a traumatized child. You know? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. So on the 26th at 14:37, 54 steps, which is when Jennifer would be taking Madeline's phone to her when she left to go pick her up from school. So already there, you can see the phone is moving around, okay? The phone is coming downstairs. At what time? Wait, 8 steps when he's back at the residence. 10:55. Look at 7:05, 113 steps. 7:15, 50 steps. By 7:35, Stephan's at the dumpster, throwing away Madeline's backpack, one crock, okay, and a hoodie that was in the backpack. Not the green one she was wearing. She was found wearing that. All right. And he's already out of the house with Madeline strapped in the car. Sunrise on that day was at 6:47 a.m. All right. So I think he already put in the car before sunrise. And he knew the routine of Angelica when she's waking up. The other roommate woke up a little bit later. Usually, is what she said. Okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we've already listened to some audio interviews of the security guard, of the grandmother, of the grandfather, and the aunt, and also one of the roommates. All right. So let me quickly see what you guys are saying. Okay. So, Madeline, there's a lot. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of your comments there. Thank you so much all for being here. Please like and share so others can also learn this information. Over here, I do my very best to only stick to facts. And if I am speculating, I will always tell you I'm speculating now. This is what I think happened, in my opinion, right? We've got to get it right. I just see people sharing photos out there and they're saying this was Madeline's room and this was this room, and it's really not. It's really not. You really have to study where and what and how. Like, you have to pay attention, right? So we want to try to really piece this together to understand what the hell happened here. Oh my goodness. And hopefully we'll be able to watch the trial together, right? Headers Better says, I think Jenn was a lazy mother. As long as she didn't have to take care of Maddie, she didn't care what Stephan was doing to her. I think part of that's also true, in my opinion, as well. Thank you for your sticker. All right. I see a lot of you came back from yesterday. Thank you all for being here. Wow. Okay. So, shame. The mods are working very hard, okay? There's over 7,000 people here right now, and we have 6 mods, and they're working so hard. If you guys want to buy them a coffee, you can go to grizzlytruecrime.com. On the support page, you scroll down, and the coffees are there. Nightbot is also sharing it throughout the stream, all right? Okay. So, now, Madeline's phone was plugged into charge on the 25th of Feb at 23:38. Madeline's phone is unplugged from the charger on the 26th at 7:04. Wow. Okay. The phone is then powered off at 7:16. This pattern of Madeline's cellular phone use is not typical of a normal day. Powered off on that Monday morning. Wow. And then they're like, ooh, she's severely ADHD, forgot her phone at home. Maybe in the past. That's not what's going on here now, though. Definitely not what's going on here now, right? Scott says, love your channel, Grizzly. He will be lucky to even make it to trial. Justice will be served regardless. I think that's why he doesn't appear at any of his hearings, because he's trying to minimize the impact in jail. If people really find out exactly what he did, good luck. If he's not so separated, segregated, protected for now, wow. Thank you, Scott. So, powered off at 7:16. That's when Jenn is apparently waking up. You know, Stephan's trying to get a leash on the dog. That's exactly when the phone is being powered off. And later, we'll look at another document where Jenn told a police officer it was at 8:15 where Stephan was fiddling with the leash and the dog. It's all over the place. It's all over. It's very sus. Oh my goodness. This pattern of Madeline's cell phone use is not typical of a normal day, which shows that this activity was not physically done by Madeline. On the 26th of the 2nd, that same 26th of February, that day, at 10:55 is the next time Madeline's cell phone is turned back on. Ironically, Jenn says, whoa, she gets home at around 11. Stephan's also there, and they're chilling, they're hanging out. In other police interviews, Jenn says she took a nap. Stephan was there around 11, but, you know, she really needed a nap, so she took a nap. Because remember, she went for an appointment to do her blood work, right? Oh, my word. Welcome to all the members. If you are joining today, please make sure you come to the member stream right after this, right? Yeah. True Crime with Strategic Guys says, I don't think there'll be a trial. I think he's going to plead guilty and get life without parole. You know what? He's such a freaking coward, such a spineless creature. Yeah, you're probably right. Probably. Okay, so hello to Sleuthy Goosey and everyone joining today. I'm getting all fired up here. Okay, calm down, everyone. Oh, my word, this case. This is Stephan Sterns. The powered off and then powered back on at 10:55. Wow, which coincides with the 8 steps that moved at the same time. You know, these idiots always get busted by like digital evidence, like the digital forensics, the cell phone data, you know. Like, Stephan, if it's Stephan doing that, did he think he's so smart doing that, hey? Oh, my word. Right, so they say Stephan is the next time, okay, which coincides with 8 steps. Stephan and Angelica would have been the only people in the house at that time. And per Angelica's statement, she was inside of her bedroom during this time and only seen Stephan while he was doing laundry. It's around that time Jenn Soto apparently gets home, though. Okay. All right. So we are on page 45 out of 52, by the way, and I think the last 2 pages are not quite there. Michael says, "Take a drink, G. I'll take a sip of water." Gotta make sure we hydrate this voice box here so it lasts, because we've been there before and read lots of things and then I have no voice. Oh my word. Deborah, welcome. Also, I'm not laughing during the case, right? It's just a moment of just like pause to cope. It's very difficult to cope with cases like this, and here and there, if I have a little giggle like I just did at you guys, I'm like, okay, yeah, funny, I should drink water. It's just a moment. It's a moment to try to cope with what we're reading and learning. Okay, just if you're new here, Heidi, thank you for being a member for 13 months. You say congrats on hitting 325. Thank you so much. So, upon reviewing Stephan's cell phone download, the following was observed. On the 26th of Feb, that Monday at 12:12, a factory reset was done on the phone. There you go. Yeah. That's while he's chilling with Jenn at the house. This can only be accomplished by navigating to the settings options in the phone, tapping general management, swipe and tap reset, then tap factory reset, data reset. He's like saying, I just did it accidentally when there was some like pop-up notification. Like, what a liar. Who in the hell would believe that? Hello, Stephan, it's 2024. We all have phones. We know how to use them. He's like, accidentally. Factory reset it twice. This liar. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if there's a password on the phone, at this time, a person would have to enter their password. This shows that Stephan could not have actually accidentally reset his phone, as it has nothing to do with a phone update, as he stated during his previous statements made under oath. Another factory reset was done on Stephan's cell phone on the 27th. That's at midnight. Midnight, after the whole performance on body cam, and yeah, she was last seen wearing this and this, all that stuff we saw. He's like at midnight. Ooh, factory reset times 2. This would be the time frame of his last statements to law enforcement and before he drove Jennifer's car to St. Cloud to revisit the area. Apparently, they saw it on cameras going that way, following the same path as to where he put Madeline's body. Wow. Okay. Also on Stephan's cell phone was over 1,000 images in a folder in his photographs. I would assume he labeled it the victim's name because he had a folder of the roommate, Angelica, and had 90 photos of the roommate that he took under the door while she was in the bathroom and didn't know. Freaking voyeur, this guy, and total predator, and sounds like sex addict and all of that. Michelle, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, and welcome everyone. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anyone who's joining, or I'm trying not to miss all the colorful things as we focus here. Thank you so much. All right. Stephan, he's like, I accidentally reset it twice. This guy, what a dumbass. 1,000 photographs. Okay, most of these photographs are sexually graphic in nature. These images will be described upon reviewing Stephan's Google information. Oh, Uncle Google's gonna get you, bro. Stephan also searches, here we go. This is what my thumbnail is all about. Are you ready, guys? What was he searching on Google? I wish they would tell us his entire Google search. I want to know what this guy was searching. All right. Robin said Maddie probably told him she was going to tell, hence the meltdown and why he was so stressed out. I think so as well. I think Maddie was like, just turned 13. Yeah, I'm done with you, bro. I'm going to tell. You arrive here, you touch me again. Yeah, I'm telling. You just never know, right? Now we're going to get to this sinister search. Sure said the dog was in fear of Stephan because he smelled like death. That is why Jenn had to leash it. That is so scary. Oh my goodness. Imagine. Wow. Thank you for your sticker there. So, okay. Google information. One more. Stephan also searches sevoflurane on 2 different dates. On the 12th of Feb and the 14th of Feb. Oh, Valentine's Day. Okay. Sevoflurane is a volatile anesthetic that provides hypnosis, amnesia, analgesia, akinesia, and autonomic blockade during surgical and procedural interventions. Clinical uses include inhalation induction of general anesthesia in neonatal and pediatric patients secondary to IVs. This information was obtained by Google. It's unknown why Stephan would be searching this item using the search terms of show up in drug test. He wanted to know if this incredibly powerful anesthetic, basically, which could be inhaled, would show up in a drug test. I'm saying, whoa, bro, that's screaming a lot of premeditation there. And it's around Valentine's Day that he's searching this. It's around Valentine's Day that Maddie is so happy, telling her friends, I've quit my medication. I'm doing better. I'm so happy. Her schoolwork is doing so much better. And this is just 2 weeks before he arrives there for her 13th birthday. Don't you find that shocking? I mean, I'll read it one more time. So there's over 1,000 images of the victim, sexually graphic in nature. They will be described upon reviewing his Google information. He also searches sevoflurane, I hope I'm saying it okay, on 2 different dates, on the 12th of Feb and on the 14th of Feb. It's like 9 days before, okay? Sevoflurane is a volatile anesthetic that provides hypnosis, amnesia, analgesia, akinesia, autonomic blockade during surgical and procedural interventions. Clinical uses include inhalation induction of general anesthesia in neonatal and pediatric patients secondary to IVs. This information was obtained by Uncle Google. Sorry, I always call Google Uncle Google, okay? He tells us a lot of things. Some of you are new here and you're probably like, why did she say Uncle Google? Because that uncle knows a lot of things, okay? So, wow, I find that like my jaw was on the floor when I read that the first time. Like, what? And then they say it's unknown why you'd be searching this item twice, using the search terms of show up in a drug test when he wasn't attempting to get a job or he didn't have any children that were having surgery. Guys! Tia Walker says, why was Madeline wearing jeans, a hoodie, and clean socks when she was found? Surely she wasn't wearing the clothing when she was sent to that room by the monster mom. I know, right? Thank you for your sticker there, and good point. No children having surgery. Oh dear. So actually, the last time you would have seen Maddie would have been, Jenn said he visited once or twice, but the parents say, Stephan's parents say no, he went there on Thanksgiving and Christmas. And this was the 3rd time since the breakup, meaning the first time this year. So the last time that we could speculate Stephan Sterns sexually abused Madeline was on over Christmas. And now we get to Feb. So if you're really going to speculate about the pregnancy path, well, it would be like 2 months later. You see what I'm saying? I'm not really going down that path now because I don't know. I think it's more Maddie, in my opinion, saying, I'm 13 now. You touch me one more time, I'm telling on you. I've had enough, right? Mary said, in my opinion, the reason they found her phone at home because she refused him, so he kept her phone. Could he have chased her into mom's room where she lost her shoe? If so, mom was home, in my opinion. Thank you for your sticker. Yeah, I've got lots of theories around all of that in the room and all of that. We'll go over that sometime, right? Okay, so, I mean, he went to visit on Thanksgiving and Christmas. He didn't visit on Valentine's Day. But it looks like he may have sent chocolates because there's unopened it says Happy Valentine's Day chocolates in Jenn Soto's room. Okay, where Maddie spent a lot of time. Slept there when Stephan wasn't there, apparently, right? So that's interesting. And now he's like anxious to get to her for her 13th birthday. Ooh, it's very, very hectic, right? Who gives AF said, was he giving it to Jenn? And he was wondering if it would show up in her new jobs drug test. It is plausible. Did he want to give it to Jenn to knock her out so that he could get access to Madeline without her telling on him? So he could address her himself? Or what was he going to do to Madeline? I don't know. There's a lot here that I'm like, wow. Okay, upon reviewing Jennifer's cellular phone download, the following was observed. Jennifer would set an alarm at 7:30 on days that she would bring Madeline to school. There were messages between Jennifer and Stephan on the 25th of Feb, starting at 23:39, that stated the following. And be ready, get your barf bags out. Are you ready? It's barf bag time. Stephan Sterns will do that to you. Ciara says, be a mama bear. Protect your cubs. Exactly. Protect. On the 25th of Feb at 23:39, Jennifer texts Stephan, make sure she goes to bed right now. 23:39, Stephan replies, okay, sweetie, good night. Oh. Please, no one ever call me sweetie. That's like a trigger. I hate it. It's like, especially like, imagine someone like Stephan be like, okay, sweetie, good night. It's just, oh man. And then Jennifer replies, good night at 23:39. At 23:40, Stephan texts Jennifer, she's built her nest and she's settling in now. Jennifer replies, okay, good. Okay, built her nest, huh? Right. These messages confirm what Jennifer stated during interviews, that Stephan and Madeline were alone in his bedroom prior to her death the following morning. Possibly. They were possibly there at first. Did Stephan then go downstairs with Madeline? I wonder, because it sounds like a lot of things happened in that partitioned off area, and it sounds like Jenn Soto herself took medication that knocked her out completely. Yesterday, we'd read that one of her roommates said there was someone had broken into one of their cars, and she was like trying to wake Jenn, and she just couldn't get it to wake up. She was like, damn, like how fast asleep is she at night? Now, also what we read earlier, yesterday in part 1, was that Jenn Soto said, oh, there's so much to remember. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. Jenn Soto said she slept the entire night. She never got up one time. Not to pee, not to do anything. She didn't get up. But in another police interview, after reviewing all the documents today, right, that I received, I'm like, whoa, in another police interview, she says she did get up to use the restroom. And she thinks she saw Stephan in the night using the restroom. Why? How would you see him using the restroom unless he's downstairs? Goodness. Vanessa said, new sub watching from NI, originally from SA, from South Africa. Oh my word. Okay. Welcome. I'm also from South Africa. Yes. Originally, I'm now in Switzerland. Oh my word. Okay. So, on the 25th of Feb, Jennifer set her cell phone on a wireless charger at 23:54 hours. On the 26th, Jennifer set an alarm to go off at 9 o'clock. The alarm was removed from the notifications while still on the wireless charger. On the 26th, that's the Monday, at 9:19, Jennifer's cell phone was physically removed from the wireless charger. This is consistent with her daily activities with removing the alarm notifications or snoozing the alarm. There were several other messages between her and Stephan regarding Madeline sleeping in the same room together. Several other messages. And Stephan regarding Madeline sleeping in the same room together. There was also a text messages between Stephan and Jennifer claiming that Stephan gave Madeline an extra dose of her medication when it was not necessary. Guys! It's just like, what am I reading? Also text messages between Stephan and Jennifer claiming that Stephan gave Madeline an extra dose of her medication when it was not necessary. Wow. I was able to search through images on, okay, just trigger warning for all of this, yeah? On Stephan's Google account that was recovered from a lawful search warrant submitted by the Orange County Sheriff's Office. I observed the following videos or images of high interest. Now, there's a file name here. This is all the CSAM. They say the victim's laying next to Stephan in a bed watching cartoons on the TV. Stephan's asking her to put his penis in her mouth for 3 seconds as he counts. Stephan states that she won't be able to play with her phone unless she did it. You see? You see where I'm getting that? You see that? Oh my goodness. Claudia said, please answer my question. What do you think how the trial choose justice, death penalty, or decade of jail? Well, none of those. Florida is not a death penalty state, right? I've looked this up a million times, but I always check. Florida, death penalty. I think it was abolished when? Florida. Okay, Florida, inmates choose whether they'll be executed. Florida. Is it a death penalty state? But anyway, is Florida a death penalty state? We've got to check. Capital punishment. Oh, okay, it is. It's oh yeah. And they are seeking it for him, aren't they? A capital punishment is a legal penalty in the U.S. state of Florida. The execution chamber in Florida state prison. Since 1976, the state has executed 105 convicted murderers. Oh, my word, okay. Wow. I don't know what it'll be. And as True Crime with Strategic Eyes said earlier, this guy's probably going to plead guilty and be like, LWOP for me. Okay, it's a death penalty state. Yeah, oh, my word. Yeah, Stephan. Okay, so we're not going to read through all of this. because it's very, very terrible. Okay, it's all the CSAM stuff. But what we showed yesterday was, look, it says appears to be sleeping, appears to be sleeping, appears to be sleeping, right? Wow. And here they talk about, they say Stephan is inserting his penis, blah, blah, blah. And then they say there's the same mark. So they identify a freckle is what they call it to me. It looks like an ingrown hair because, yes, unfortunately, I've seen those photos. But there's like a mark on his penis, which is how they identify. That's him. That's him. That's his in this material. And there's actually one of the videos where they saw his face. They saw his face while he was on video. So they've got a lot of proof there. Okay. All right. You can see some of that there and what they're describing. We've already been through that before, so I don't want to go over that again, right? Okay. So, now let's go here. There were hundreds of other images containing Madeline with Stephan's Google account, with most of them depicting sexual activity. A copy of Stephan's Google account was submitted into evidence. On March 12, 2024, at approximately 12:39, Detective Smallwood and I responded to Hunters Creek Middle School to interview classmates. I don't want to show the names there. Okay, wait, just hold on 1 second. I just want to redact this quickly. I had redacted it before and then it went away. Freaking edits, hold on. I'm just going to have to actually do this. Hold on 1 second. Oh, man. Why did they do that? Why does the court release that? Come on, people. Right? Just stand by with me. I want to make sure. Okay. Oh, my word. They put all the names. Just wait. Unless I just read it to you like this for a second. Just wait. I'll do it like this. It might be easier for us. This redaction takes hours sometimes, which is why I'm disappointed. My little edits didn't last. Yeah, we just covered a death penalty trial in Tennessee, right? My goodness. So, this case. Wow. Okay, so let me tell you this quickly. On March 12th of 2024, at approximately, so I'm going to look there because I'm going to read it to you because they're saying all the kids' names here, which they really shouldn't have. Okay, on March 12th, Detective Smallwood and I responded to Hunters Creek Middle School to interview classmates of Madeline. We contacted one of the friends who stated she didn't have any classes with Madeline and would only see her in passing in school. And they say that this person didn't have any pertinent information related to the case. So next, they contacted one of the other friends, and she said that Madeline was typically a happy person. However, she didn't talk to her on a personal level. She knew Madeline had a birthday party, but she didn't know who attended. She confirmed that the other friend was Madeline's best friend. It appeared that this friend did not have any pertinent information regarding this case, right? Lexi said, Florida also just passed a law allowing the death penalty for those convicted of sexually battering children. Oh my word, under the age of 12. Sorry, I said all the YouTube naughty words. Sorry about that, but yes, okay, interesting. Now, March 13th of 2024, 9 o'clock, Detective Pennell and I responded to Hickory Tree Road where they contacted a person. I'm going to redact it as well. And so they had possible information. Just hold on 1 second. Oh, yes, this one is important. I just want to show her name. Okay, hold on. They say they contacted this person and asked if they ever had gone hiking with Jenn Soto and Madeline. And this person said that she would go hiking with Jennifer and Madeline in the area of Lake Lizzie, St. Cloud, Florida. And she stated that Jennifer started dating Stephan and she didn't think very highly of him because he didn't have a job. And all he would do is spend most of his time painting figurines. Again, I say the backpack seemed like it was covered in paint. We know about the painting on the figurines. Was that part of the whole backpack throwaway? I don't know. I asked who would come to this area to visit when they went hiking, and she said it would only be Jennifer and Madeline. Stephan never once went with them, and this person didn't know why Stephan would be in St. Cloud, because according to her, he doesn't have any ties to that area. Okay. Sorry that you can't see the document now. I just don't want to risk showing names of minors. Okay, that's not okay. We've got to protect them. All right, sister, golden hair. Thank you so much. Right, so I'm going to read one more about another friend. They said, this friend was previously interviewed by the Orange County Sheriff's Office. I had to clarify a couple of items that she previously discussed. I asked who else was at Madeline's birthday party other than her family. She said that it was just the two friends that were there. She asked how was Madeline acting at her party. She said that when she got there, she was actually acting very upset. But when the other friend got there, then her demeanor changed and she began to act happy. Okay? I advised this friend that she had previously mentioned that her and Madeline may have been on the same menstrual cycle, meaning they got their period at or near the same time monthly. This friend, clarified that Madeline got her period in January, but she didn't know if she got her period in February or not. She then explained that Madeline was upset because some of her friends cancelled going to her party the day before. She assumed that Madeline was upset at the party because Jennifer was not there. Her own mother wasn't at her birthday party. She stated that whenever she woke up, she would always have text messages from Madeline, and this would occur every single day, but she didn't receive one from her on that Monday, right? Wow. Okay. So I think I can maybe show this now. I just want to do so many things. Maybe I should play some body cam and then we get back to this. Or, because I don't want to, I need to redact these things. Stupid freaking Adobe. Just hold on one second. I want to show you. Also, I want to show you photos and things. I just get nervous with this. Just hold on. There was a Fitbit. Okay, let's see. We're on page 49 of 52. So we're actually almost there. Here we go. Now we're going to read this one. Okay, so we're almost there. We can skip past that. It's nothing that I've highlighted or anything. JPL says, gee, you deserve more than coffee. Reading these documents is not only tedious, but it reads like a horror novel. Keep that beautiful smile going. Thank you so much. Like more than coffee, like boba tea. Like boba, like carrot juice. I love carrot juice. Okay, and I don't drink too much of it and I won't go orange. Don't worry, guys. Okay, so here, look at this sentence here. Oh my goodness. I wonder if this Kissimmee Police Department meant to have this out there. I'm still confused about that. Why did they just release this like that? On March 29th of 2024, I received the case synopsis from the medical examiner's office. Dr. Giles ruled that the cause of death as strangulation and the manner of death is homicide. They tell us. Oh, my word. They said they weren't going to release that to the public. Okay, interesting. So, sure, when I read that, that was a bit shocking as well. We would have speculated that, sure, but we don't know. We don't know. And now they're like, strangulation, manner of death is homicide. On the 10th of April of 2024 at 14:53, Stephan calls Chris Sterns using inmate identification number. 12 minutes 57 minutes into the call, Stephan tells Chris, you know that I would have never wanted that for her. Meaning Madeline. Stephan then says, I'm not really sure that any one person is specifically responsible. It's probably a combination of factors that led to it. Oh my word. Like, what is he even saying? What? I have never felt anything like that before. It was horrible. What does that mean? I've never felt anything like that before. It was horrible. I mean, do we believe that it was horrible? I find his statement very interesting that I've never felt anything like that before, because we know sometimes some people would like the strangulation thing, but then they maybe go too far. You know what I mean? Is that what happened? Or what is he talking about? Because now we know that the cause of death is strangulation. I've never felt anything like that before. It was horrible. Chris tells, or does he mean heartbreak? Or what is he talking about? Chris tells Stephan that he hopes the truth will come out, and Stephan responds, well, yeah. As if he was dodging that statement. This call was downloaded and submitted to evidence.com. On April 11th, I received a message from Chris stating that he had an update regarding this case. I contacted Chris by telephone, that's Stephan Sterns' dad, who stated he was cleaning out the storage unit. You see here, in other documents, they actually said they checked the storage unit and there were lots of documents about it, and then they said, nah, actually, they didn't find anything in there. He probably didn't go to the storage unit. But now, Chris Sterns says he contacts the police, which good for him that he did that, okay? And he's giving them information. Chris said that he opened one of the storage bins and he located a hard drive that would be normally housed in a desktop computer. In the same storage bin that Chris located a watch that Stephan previously told Chris during a phone call from the Osceola County Jail was in his bedroom. Oh dear. Chris stated that Stephan must have gained access to the storage unit when he made the trip to Northport on the 28th of Feb. I told Chris that I would have a detective from Northport Police Department contact him to arrange a time to retrieve the hard drive. Chris previously stated he witnessed Stephan using his desktop computer on the 24th, the day before he went there, on the Saturday, and he never gained access to the residence after leaving to Kissimmee on the 25th. It appears that Stephan had intentionally removed the hard drive from his computer in an attempt to conceal its contents. Well, bingo. I think they found a lot more evidence probably on that hard drive, even if you tried to, I don't know what, factory reset it. I'm saying it like that. I know you don't factory reset a hard drive. I'm aware. My husband is a software engineer. He'll tell me, no, man, you can't do that. But meaning delete all things on it. Did he try to delete all the things on it in that little trip where his mother also said the dogs were like all alert at 3 a.m? Remember that? Okay, so on April 12th, I drove to Northport Police Department to retrieve the items that Chris provided to detectives. There was a hard drive that appeared to be removed from a desktop or tower computer and 2 other USB drives. A search warrant will be obtained to retrieve the contents of those drives. On April 15th of 2024, the Honorable Judge Michael Murphy signed a search warrant for the hard drive and 2 USB drives collected from Chris. These items were delivered to Agent Georgia Torres with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to be examined. On April 17th of 2024, they got a search warrant as well to obtain iCloud records from Apple for Jennifer and Madeline. The search warrant was submitted to Apple via email. Welcome to everyone that's here. If you're only joining now, this is part 2 of this document. It's a 52-page document, but it is so detailed and we need to discuss so many things. It takes a little bit of time. I'm also going to show you highlights from other documents that I received in this whole FOIA request, the Freedom of Information Act request, right? Wow, that's like so many documents in there. Like, oh my word. Went through those, highlighted some bits. I'm going to show you that right after this. Then we're going to look at some body cam, and I have to show you some photos as well. So we've still got a bit to do. Okay. On April 18th at approximately 8:30, Jennifer and her attorney, Matthews Bark, arrived at the Kissimmee Police Department based on an investigative subpoena that was issued by the State Attorney's Office. Due to technical issues with State Attorney Will Jay's computer, the interview was moved to the State Attorney's Office at the Osceola County Courthouse. The interview was led by State Attorney Will Jay. Will placed Jennifer under oath, who swore to tell the truth during the interview. Will asked Jennifer if she was working on the night of the 25th of Feb at Disney, and she stated yes, and she got home approximately 10:30 that night. I was wondering the whole time. She said she got a new job and all that. I was wondering if she still worked at Disney. I know she'd worked there for many years. There's another question that was answered in these documents for us. Yes, okay, she did work there still. It just seemed like in a new role, and she was doing a lot of training. And her family said she was working part-time, right? Mrs. Carter says, thank you, and your members. Oh, thank you so much. So, I really look forward to reading all your comments. Please leave comments below this live stream afterwards as well. I do my very best to read all the comments, even though sometimes there's a lot. I do my best because I really like all your insight. You guys have very interesting things to say. So, because I can't always look, I wish I had more eyes so I could look at the chat and hear at the same time. That would be amazing. So, anyway, they say, this interview was led by State Attorney Will Jay. Will placed Jennifer under oath. We read that. Will asked Jennifer if she was working at Disney. She said yes. She got home at approximately 10:30 that night. Jennifer stated when she got home, Stephan and Madeline were the only people downstairs. Okay? Jennifer could not remember what either Stephan or Madeline were wearing when she got home from work. Will asked Jennifer if she remembered if Madeline was wearing a green sweatshirt when she got home from work, and she said no, she was not wearing that. Jennifer stated that Madeline would have been wearing whatever clothes she would be sleeping in. Clothes? What about pajamas? It's also interesting that there's a Lilo and Stitch pajama set, it looks like, in the laundry basket, still with the tags on. I find that interesting. Still with the tags on. Did he bring it for Madeline? Hey, so Stephan, you went there for Maddie's birthday. What did you bring her? Do tell us. What was the gift? Also, I would love to know what Jennifer Soto got for her daughter on her birthday, because Madeline told her friends her mother gave her nothing, and that her mother would usually just give her cash, but she gave her nothing, is what she told some of her friends. So that's interesting as well. Catherine says, love you and your wonderful stream. Oh, thank you so much. V. Aguilar said, was there a toxicology report? I know they mentioned the medication she took. No, we haven't seen that. We haven't seen a full autopsy report or a toxicology report or anything like that. Of course, she's a minor, one, so they don't normally share that with the public. And two, they actually said they're going to protect her cause of death from the public. And yet in these documents that have just been released, somehow that's not being redacted, or it's been intentionally shared. I don't know, but now it's out there. Now we know, right? Catherine, thank you so much. Catherine Joy. Okay, so Jennifer stated that Madeline would have been wearing whatever clothes. You mean pajamas? pajamas, as you guys would say. Pajamas. We say pajamas. Okay, I'm from South Africa. Jennifer could not remember what time Stephan got to the residence. Oh, now you suddenly can't remember. But in other interviews, she was so clear on when he got there. Right. Jennifer stated that she was in her bedroom with Stephan and Madeline approximately 30 minutes before she sent them upstairs to go to bed. So wow, like she's like in the house at 10:30, immediately in a room. They're watching Sister Act, sends them upstairs. And then though at 23:40-ish, 20 to 12, then she's like, make sure she goes to bed right now. And he's like, talking about Madeline making her nest. My word. Will asked Jennifer why Stephan wasn't invited to the party. And she stated because her mother doesn't get along with Stephan. Jennifer stated she instructed Madeline to take her nighttime medication when she got home, which is also what her aunt said. Her aunt said she instructed Madeline to take her nighttime medication. Jen says she told Madeline, take your nighttime medication. Stephan says he gave Madeline an extra dose even though that wasn't required. What? And Madeline told her friends she was so excited because she actually stopped taking her medication and she was just doing so much better. That's very hectic. Okay. So she says, which Jennifer states she allows Madeline to do time to time. Okay. Jennifer stated Madeline takes hydroxyzine and Miralax. Jennifer stated since Madeline has been staying with her mother. Now, here's another mic drop moment, everyone. Are you ready? It's sickening, but just listen. If you're paying attention, you'll understand why I say. Jennifer stated Madeline takes hydroxyzine and Miralax. She stated since Madeline's been staying with her mother, she hasn't been taking the Miralax consistently. I have wondered this entire time why on earth Stephan Sterns says, she was staying with her grandmother. We listened to some of those police interviews, right? That was about 2 months ago. We listened to his police interview that was released. Audio as well. He said Maddie had been staying with her grandmother the entire week before he saw her. And she hadn't been taking her medication. I always wondered, how does he know that? Because he'd moved out. He hadn't been there that year. What does he know about her medication? He also inappropriately talked about her hormones and all kinds of things like, shut up, Stephan, on my word. Yuck. But anyway, now I have to say it so that people understand if you're not reading the room. Stephan Sterns, according to Madeline Soto and others, had a sexual kink, and it was anal sex. Put it together. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is how he knows, in my opinion. He's like, yeah, she didn't take it consistently. Yeah, she wouldn't. Because you abuse her. All over. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Brenda said, thank you for all your hard work on these horrific cases. Please don't forget to take care of your mental health with all this evil. I love you, G. I take very good care of my mental health. Don't you worry. I go into the sun. I go for swims and walks in Switzerland. Spend time with Mr. Grizzly and the cats and have all the healthy food and naps. So I'm okay. Don't worry. You got it, you guys. You got it. You got to look after your mental health, okay? These cases, they can get under your skin. They can make nightmares. Before you know it, your mental health is not in a good place. So make sure you look after yourself, okay? If you ever need to step away, that's okay. We'll always save you a seat, all right? So that right there, I'm like, oh, my word. No wonder this guy is saying, oh, yeah, she didn't take her medication at all that week. How do you know that, Stephan? How do you know? Wow. Mac Source says, this poor girl, no one protected her. Infuriating. I know, right? It's so upsetting. Okay, so Will asked Jennifer if Madeline normally sets out her clothes the night before and if she makes the decision in the morning. Jennifer stated the decision is typically made in the morning. Jennifer stated she knew that Stephan was going to be taking Madeline to school, so she asked her to set her clothes to have everything ready to go. Is that how she knew what she was last seen wearing? That was Jennifer's words. Last seen wearing. And we're going to look at some body cam where Jen is also like, do you want to see the last outfit she was wearing? Yeah, we got that in the house. Like the last outfit. Sure, all the words her mother says. Also like, oh, you're going to take her phone forever? No, we're going to take her phone until your daughter comes back because she's just missing, right? Oh, my word. There's a lot of things that Jen Soto herself said that I'm like, what? Okay, sorry. I hope I'm not missing anything there. Thank you, mods. I know this is busy times. Let's see. There's a lot of Grizzlies here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. 8,300 people. Oh, my word. Okay. So I'm going to keep going here. Thank you so much, Jennifer. So Will asked Jennifer if she normally sets out her clothes. She says normally. So everything was not typical. There's a lot of what's typical. And this time, everything was not very typical, was it now? Everything's out of the norm, including an extra dose of medication, according to Stephan. And he's like, I gave her an extra dose. Yeah. Yeah, you gave her. How did you give that to her? Did you roofie her or what? Did you bring your weird drugs that you were researching, the anesthetic or what? The stuff you can inhale? If you don't know what I'm saying, we just discussed that earlier. Okay, I'll do my best to timestamp everything for you as well. So we're talking about the clothes being set out. Jennifer stated the decision is typically made in the morning, and she stated that she knew Stephan was going to be taking Madeline to school, so she asked her to set out her clothes to have everything ready to go. Jennifer did not know if Madeline took clothes with her upstairs to Stephan's bedroom. She states she does not have any further communication with Stephan or Madeline after the last text from Stephan stating that Madeline has built her nest. The next time Jennifer sees Stephan is when he's trying to put the leash on their dog in the morning on the 26th. She states that she does not use her phone or gets up during the night because she was sleeping the entire night. Please remember that. Pin it in your mind, because later we're going to see a document where she tells the police something opposite. She says, oh yeah, she saw Stephan get up to use the restroom in the night. Oh, did you now? Interesting. Musical Mandy says, how dare these people soil the good name of Sister Act. For shame. So many people truly fail this precious girl. Neglect, period. Yeah. Thank you. So, my word, built her nest. Yeah, right. She doesn't use her phone, gets up during the night because she's sleeping the entire night. She confirmed that she only got up out of the bed when he was trying to put the leash on the dog. Normally the dog would see the leash, I'm sure, and be like, yay, we're going on a walk. Not this time. The dog was like, get the hell away from me. Okay, so Stephan told her to go back to bed, so she laid back down and went to sleep because you know what he says, she does. Jennifer said she heard someone in the kitchen, but she did not know who it was. Will asked Jennifer if Madeline would have come into her room to tell her goodbye when she left for school. Jennifer stated she would have hoped that she would have. Oh, so it's Madeline's fault now, huh? Well, she would have hoped that she would have, but yeah, she didn't. Okay, interesting. So Jennifer said that she's woken up by her alarm clock that was set for 9 o'clock. She stated she didn't remember if she saw anyone that morning, but she thinks she may have seen one of her roommates. She stated she didn't receive any communication from Madeline on that morning of the 26th. She stated the first time she communicated with Stephan was at approximately 10 o'clock when he told her that he left his phone at the house. So if she's trying to call him or whatever, isn't his phone ringing in the house? Is it not making noise or is it on silent? I don't know. My phone's always on silent, so maybe. Who knows? But like, he left his phone at home. He accidentally forgot his phone at home. Just like they say Madeline accidentally forgot her phone at home, right? Hoffy said, I hope this case will be a wake-up call for people all over the world. Justice for Maddie. We need to keep our children safe and trauma-free. I think it's a great example of that. I think this case has many lessons. It's a big warning, right? Heidi says, 326. Oh, my word. Thank you so much, everyone. Right? Let me just see that message I'm missing there. Just hold on one second. Where is it? Yeah. Maya says, an extra dose of meds, G. Yeah, that's what Stephan texted to Jennifer Soto. I gave her an extra dose of medication. And the mother didn't run upstairs and say, sorry, what? Why are you extra dosing her? It's just like, no, she needs to go to sleep right now. Wow. Catherine, thanks for being a member. Special anniversary gift. Thank you so much and happy Grizzly-versary. All right. So let's just keep going here. Jennifer stated she didn't remember if she saw anyone that morning. She also didn't. She said she heard voices in the kitchen. She wasn't sure. But won't you recognize your own daughter's voice? You know what I mean? Like, oh my word. So when he said he left his phone at the house, Stephan told Jennifer that Madeline had a good morning and that he was going to take her to McDonald's. But the two of them say they already planned that the night before. But she changed her mind and all she wanted to do was sleep in the car. No, she was deceased in the car. Jennifer was asked to confirm if she went anywhere else when she left to go to a doctor's appointment. She said no. She said she was supposed to have another appointment later that day, but canceled it due to the cost of the appointment. I would love to know if she actually went for that appointment. Did she actually go for blood tests? What did she go there for blood tests for? Was it for her new job? Does she have to go for tests or what? I don't know what that would be, right? But what was the other appointment? She said she had to cancel it due to the cost of the appointment. Interesting. Jennifer said when she got home, Stephan was at the residence. She said Stephan was wearing a red shirt with some sort of graphic on it. Interesting, because they see in the CSAM content also him wearing red shirt with some sort of graphic on it. And at the dumpster, red shirt, until he changes his shirt. Sometime that morning. Later, he's back there in a blue shirt. Jennifer said Stephan was acting normal. Interesting, because all the roommates say he wasn't. He was acting odd, doing laundry, going up and down the stairs, going out the house. She's the only one that says he was acting normal. He told her that after he dropped Madeline off at school, he went to the vape store and they were not open. He said he waited a while and then left and drove around before going back to the residence. Stephan then told Jennifer that he was going to run a few more errands somewhere on Highway 192. Oh, Mom. And she had no questions. I'm just going to run a couple of errands somewhere along Highway 192. And she asked him if he was going to be back in time to go get Madeline from school. Stephan told her that he would be back by 2:30 that afternoon. While they were speaking in Jennifer's bedroom, that's when Stephan told Jennifer that he actually accidentally did a factory reset on his phone. So while they're sitting together, they were apart for so much that day. But while the two of them are sitting together, talking about him running some errands along Highway 192, please be aware that he went to the dumpster at 7:35 in the morning, drove around, came back to the complex, went out again with Madeline strapped into that seat, went into a building, backed up right into a parking lot, moved Madeline's body at 9:40 in the morning to the trunk, came back to the house while they're chatting. Okay, just imagine this. While they are chatting, and he's like, oops, I accidentally reset my phone. Factory reset my phone. Madeline's body is in his dad's vehicle in the trunk at the house. That is so crazy. Oh, my word. Okay, Stephan then leaves the residence and Jennifer stays home. Jennifer then starts to call and text Stephan to see if he was going to be home soon to go get Madeline from school, but he doesn't respond. Now, why would he have to do that? Are they going together? That sounds like the plan, but why? You have the day off, lady. Go fetch your daughter from school. Shortly after Jennifer leaves to go get Madeline, Stephan calls Jennifer and tells him that he accidentally left his phone at home again. Oh, my word. Okay. Right. Jennifer said at some point during the morning she was putting stuff away and noticed Madeline's phone on her dresser. So she picked it up and brought it with her to the school. Will asked Jennifer why she asked Stephan to help her with Madeline while she was training at work. Jennifer said if Madeline stays with her mother, she doesn't get to see her much. So if Stephan watched Madeline, she'd be able to see her more at home. That is so stupid of a story. Because Madeline stayed with her grandmother that weekend. I would even say from Wednesday, because Jennifer said, I last saw on Wednesday at 11 o'clock. I mean Sunday. To me, that was a bit of a slip. But the grandmother says, well, Madeline was at my house for Friday. Cried. Didn't want to go home on Saturday. So she stayed at her grandmother's house for the weekend. Okay, went home on Sunday night. And there arrived Stephan. Okay, so while Jennifer was doing all this training, Madeline was at her grandmother's house. So what is her story? And then when she's got a day off on Monday, that's when she needs help to see Madeline more? It doesn't make any sense. Sorry, but that story is another one that goes in the not making sense box. All right? Inconsistency. So, wait, there's my little pointer here. We're here, okay? Oh, and he accidentally left his phone at home again. Psh. And yet he keeps saying, and she keeps saying, Madeline's got severe ADHD. She's so forgetful. That sounds like Stephan is the one that's so forgetful. He does say it too. He says it to police, I have ADHD and I'm so forgetful. They just play that card all day long, okay? Now, they may have it. I'm just saying, they sure like to play that card. They're like, yeah, so forgetful. It just can't, it's a blur. Yeah. Okay. So, shortly after Jennifer leaves to go get Madeline, Stephan calls Jennifer and tells him, her, that he actually, they say him, but I mean her, that he accidentally left his phone at home again. Jennifer said at some point during the morning, she was putting stuff away and noticed Madeline's phone on her dresser, so she picked it up and brought it with her to the school. Will asked Jennifer why she asked Stephan to help, and while she was training at work, Jennifer says if Madeline stays with her mother, she doesn't get to see her much. So if Stephan watched Madeline, she would be able to see her more at home. Was she doing more training, and when would it start? I'd love to know. Jennifer was asked if she knew the plans about getting McDonald's in the morning, and Jennifer said they talked about it that night. At night, they talked about, McDonald's the next day. The night before, but they didn't talk about when they would leave the residence. Sure. Will asked Jennifer if Madeline ever had side effects of the hydroxyzine, and she said if Madeline took the medication later than normal, she would feel sluggish. Will then asked Jennifer why she let Stephan still stay in the home after they ended their relationship, and Jennifer stated she considered Stephan as one of her best friends. So she tells everyone, we're not having sex, he's completely useless, he's not contributing, he's messy. but he's my best friend and he could stay. Like, Jennifer says she didn't want to see him revert back to his mental health issues like he has previously. Okay, we need to spell it out for people. You see the box? Take the box and you put your empathy in it. Hey, your daughter comes first. Shame, poor Stephan in his mental health. What about your daughter? What about your daughter's mental health? She's crying. She doesn't want to come home. She's saying she wants to go live in the woods. I'm just saying, like, oh my word. It's like, shame. She doesn't want Stephan's mental health to be affected. Just let him have what he wants, is what it sounds like. Just let him have whatever he wants. Tony said something happened that night which would bring to light what he was doing to Madeline. Did she wake up? Did she threaten to tell? Plausible as well. Thank you, Tony. So, they were best friends. Jennifer said that she didn't want to see him revert back to his mental health issues like he has previously. Will then asked Jennifer about Madeline's sleeping habits. Jennifer stated that Madeline would sleep with her a majority of the time, and when Stephan began staying there, the three of them would sleep in the same bed. She stated Madeline never wanted to sleep alone in her bedroom. I wonder why. There were things happening in that bedroom. There was a tripod in that bedroom, and it's a partitioned off area. It's not even a bedroom. Jennifer couldn't remember how many times she left Madeline or let her sleep with Stephan alone in his bedroom. She stated she allowed it because she trusted Stephan, and he treated her as his daughter. Yeah, sure. It sounds a little worse than that. Okay. When Jennifer stated that she and Stephan ended their relationship, Madeline had an idea but never spoke about it. She never asked, hey, Jennifer, she's not upset that your boyfriend's gone. In fact, she sounds pretty happy about it. That should be questioned then. Like, oh, you're happy about it? I thought you were so close. Tell me more, right? So, moving back in. Okay, we never spoke about it. Jennifer said she spoke with Stephan about possibly moving back to help him get him on his feet. This guy has never been on his feet. He doesn't have a spine. Okay, anyway, can't stand up straight. Okay, but she didn't know if it was going to be permanent or temporary. Will asked Jennifer if she knew that Madeline was being abused by Stephan prior to the interview at the Orange County Sheriff's Office, and she said no. Oh, but in other interviews she said the sex stuff isn't evil, but murder's evil. Will stated that Jennifer texted Madeline's father about not wanting her to be filmed underneath bathroom doors. And what does Jennifer say after the cops ask her about that text message? Jennifer stated she had just heard a story about someone filming in bathrooms on an airplane. Oh, really? Because there's evidence of Stephan filming even the roommates under the door. He had 90 pictures of one roommate. The hell? She just, any story that is like that, where there's actually, she's just like, no, I just heard about it on an airplane. Someone was filming under doors on an airplane? Yeah, okay. Jennifer was, I know that happens. I've seen it in the news too. I'm talking about this context. He was literally filming under the doors of the home, the roommates, in the bathroom, in their bedrooms, without their consent. Jennifer was asked why Stephan didn't take her car to take Madeline to school, and she said that Stephan was not on her insurance, so she didn't want to take that risk. Do you remember yesterday she said something different? Will asked Jennifer again if she ever had seen Madeline on the morning of the 26th of Feb, and she said not. Jennifer also stated she didn't know about how she died. I asked Jennifer how many times Stephan came to Kissimmee after he moved out, and she said 2 to 3 times. Jennifer also stated bedroom 4 was empty, but there were white-colored sheets that was on his bed, but she didn't know if Stephan used any other blankets. So you don't care if your daughter, you're sending her up there, there's only one pillow in that room, okay? One pillow. But you're sending your daughter up there to sleep without blankets, without pillows, without anything, not making sure she's comfortable, even though you're doing that. That's so weird, oh my word. She's like, I don't know if he had other blankets. If he used other blankets. He may have. There was a whole pile of blankets on Madeline's makeshift room bed. And when you just peel back the layers, oh, there's panties with stains on it. That look like terrible, which is why the police took photos of it, okay? I'm not going to show you those. I'm just saying it. Okay, so then, oh my goodness, she doesn't have these other blankets, right? On April 22nd, like, is Stephan warm enough? What about your daughter? Yeah, Stephan's like, 1 pillow. Oh my word, 1. We'll look at photo. We got to look at these photos again and again, right? How long? We've almost been here for 2 hours, guys. It's going to take forever. Okay, maybe we should look at the body cam. I'll quickly show you a bit of it to show you what I mean. And then we'll look at the rest another time, right? We've already looked at some of it before, but there's a new one. On April 22nd, 2024, I responded to FDLE and made contact with Agent Torres to retrieve the downloads from 2 USB drives and the hard drive. Upon reviewing the data, one of the drives was empty. The other one contained over 35,000 images of CSAM material, child sexual A material. It did not appear that the victim was in any of those images, so meaning Madeline. The hard drive was not used since 2020 and did not contain anything of evidentiary value. 35,000 pictures of other children, other CSAM that he had collected in that hard drive that he just quickly had to get rid of. How many other victims are there? On April 24th, 2024, this case was brought before a grand jury and Stephan Sterns was indicted on first-degree premeditated murder. On April 30th, the Honorable Judge Vincent Chow signed search warrants for Madeline's pediatrician and gastroenterologist doctors. A supplement will be completed with the results of the medical records. Okay, and here they do talk about this. Wait, I think it was actually in the other document. Yeah. Okay, we'll have to look. We've got so much to look at, I'm telling you. So, sorry, members, we have to actually change the time of that stream. What's the time? Yeah, it's supposed to happen now. It'll happen a little bit later. Just hang in there. Jem said, why did Jen need to send them up to bed to get good sleep when she also said her medication makes her sleep deeply within 50 minutes? I know, right? That's a good point. She's like, no, because Madeline, she tossed and turned a lot in the night. But you were always so knocked out on your medication. You're right, Jim. Okay, quickly, let's go here. What do I have here for us? Let's just quickly see. That's page 14. Yeah, there's a few things I've highlighted here from other documents. So now we're going to look at that quickly. Interview with Jennifer Soto. It's actually, we want to go down here to this one. I remember now. Okay. So, Friday, March 1st, Jennifer Soto came to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, agreed to be interviewed again in regards to the case. The interview took place in an interview room that was, these are other reports now, right? That was monitored by both audio and video recording. We want the freaking video. They gave us audio only. We want that. The interview room consisted of a couch, a coffee table, chairs, and end tables. It's not a normal interview room, but more comfortable and open space. I asked Jennifer Soto to go over the timeline of events of the past week and told her that I wanted to start from Sunday and move through the week. Jennifer Soto started telling me about their day and evening on Sunday, February 25th, 2024. Their family was having a birthday celebration for, I would assume they mean Madeline, but Jennifer Soto could not attend because she had just started a new job. Now listen what she tells them. Stephan Sterns came to the birthday celebration and brought Madeline back to their residence after the celebration. Blatant lie. That is a lie. It was Jen's sister that took her back home. Why is she lying like that there? She says Stephan went to the birthday party and took Maddie back home. No, she didn't. He didn't. He didn't. And we just saw the exact opposite being said in the other interviews. Kathleen H. said nobody's in that big family could care for Maddie. They could. But Jennifer Soto was a primary caregiver and clearly didn't allow that, if you know what I mean. No, she's the mom, she's got custody, she's going to get, I don't know, all the benefits and all that. Yeah. So they wouldn't, in my opinion, have known what Stephan was doing. They didn't like him. Jen Soto's mother said she didn't like him, but she couldn't quite put her finger on it beyond him, like not contributing to the home, not having a job, hanging around. But she's like, no one would leap to this from that. She says Stephan Sterns came to the birthday celebration and brought Madeline back to their residence after the celebration. When Jen Soto arrived back home, Maddie was getting ready for bed and doing her nighttime routine. But that's what Stephan says, that she was doing her nighttime routine. What's that? Okay, plot thickens. Jennifer Soto arrived home at 10:30 and Madeline and Stephan were both awake. Jennifer advised everyone was still awake around 11 and told them, Maddie and Stephan, they needed to go to bed. She advised that they, Maddie and Stephan, I'm just assuming based on what we know about the case, right, it is redacted, went to bed together upstairs and she stayed downstairs in her own bedroom. She remembered that sometime through the evening, Stephan Sterns woke up to use the restroom downstairs and then returned upstairs where he was sleeping with Maddie. Excuse me, you said you were sleeping through the whole night. Now you're apparently like, oh yeah, he got up to come to the restroom downstairs. I'm telling you, things happened downstairs that night, man. She lies. I'm looking at her lies, and I don't like it. So, wow, you remember, and there's bathrooms upstairs, there's toilets upstairs. It looks like, I think there's two of them. There's one or two bathrooms, toilets upstairs. Why are you coming downstairs, bro? I don't know. I don't trust that at all. So let's just go here. We can read all of this at some point. I just highlighted some points for you. The two hung out at the residence alone, and Jenn Soto and Stephan, this was now in the day, right? He went to the vape shop. He came back. This is now on the Monday, okay? This is after he put Madeline's body in the trunk and he's back at the residence. Okay. The two hung out at the residence alone, and Jenn Soto said Stephan Sterns was sitting at their computer chair and started talking about updating his phone. While sitting there, he told her that he just accidentally reset his cell phone. Soon after, Stephan Sterns told her he was planning on going out shopping at a few gaming shops, and then he would return home to go and pick Maddie up from school with her. Jenn Soto said that she stayed at the residence until about 2:30, and Sterns had not returned home. She said she tried calling him, but she did not get an answer. Approximately 10 minutes after she had left to pick up Maddie from school, Stephan called her and advised that he was sorry that he again left his phone at home. Stephan Sterns told Jennifer Soto that while he was gone, he got a flat tire somewhere on the 192 and described that the tire was shredded and fell apart, which we know from the images, right? Jenn Soto went to the school to pick up Maddie, but she was not at the school, and she eventually figured out that she never went to school. Now, just quickly the highlighted parts. As the night started winding down, Stephan told her he was going to go out and cruise and look for Madeline. Jenn Soto confirmed that Stephan took her vehicle to go look for her and said he drove up and down the 192. He took Jenn Soto's vehicle and revisited that St. Cloud area where he had put Madeline's body. I speculate he moved her body or something, because the cadaver dog reacted to Jenn Soto's car, not his. The last, you know, when they react to like where the last place would be, where they think a dead body may be. Yeah, they reacted to her vehicle. Okay. He's going out cruising. Right. She describes Stephan Sterns as, look. The following day, Jenn Soto and Stephan slept most of the day while she woke up and called various resources to try to get help in finding Maddie. Later in the day, Jenn Soto said reporters came to the residence to interview them regarding her disappearance and described that Stephan Sterns was awake at this time. Jennifer described a webcam-based interview with a news station, Fox 35. We watched it together. It's on the playlist if you didn't see it. She described Stephan Sterns as emotional and ugly crying during the interview with Fox 35. What? Okay, then. Weird comment to make. Weird. Not like, oh my word, he's so emotional about my daughter being missing. She's like, yeah, he was ugly crying, that one. Not appropriate, Jen. Not appropriate. Wow. Okay, so here they say, during the course of the search of their residence, Jenn Soto said she felt as if law enforcement was honing in on Stephan Sterns, and she felt as if they were going after the wrong suspect. So she recommended that he get a lawyer. She said that they called Stephan Sterns' father and said, I think we need to get you a lawyer. What? Oh, my word. Once they realized they could not go back to the residence, Chris Sterns assisted them in getting a hotel room. According to Jenn Soto, she began getting ready for bed, and Stephan Sterns immediately fell asleep in one of the beds and was asleep by the time she'd come out of the bathroom. On the morning of February 28th, when she woke up, Stephan Sterns was awake and had a Wawa cup in his possession. He told her he'd gone to 192, which is where he got the Wawa cup, but did not tell her that he drove to Northport, Florida. Then they look at the timeline and all of that. They said they lived at various residences together. That's odd. I thought they always lived there, but okay. During the course of their relationship, Jenn Soto decided that she and Stephan Sterns were not going to work out and that they needed their own space. Stephan Sterns moved to the upstairs bedroom of their residence in June of 2023 and lived in that bedroom as his own until December 2023 when he moved to Northport, Florida. Wow. During the course of their relationship, Jenn Soto decided that she and Stephan Sterns were not going to work out. So that's what we just read. That was still his room. All his crap was still in there. Regina said, but what about him not being on her insurance? I know. Yes, Regina. Exactly. Earlier, she's like, oh, why did he take, remember, that day before, Monday. Okay, the police said on Monday, why did Stephan not take Maddie to school in your car? No, because he's not in my insurance. But in the days to follow, she's like, sure, take my vehicle and go cruising around the 192. What? Crazy. If there's anything I missed that you guys noticed, please put it in the comments. I always love to read that. And we can always discuss it. We've got lots to discuss in this case. I think we'll be talking for a while. My goodness. Right, so here they say, Jenn Soto said that she and Madeline have a good and open relationship, but admit that she tends to share more with Stephan Sterns, and described that within the last week, at the time of this interview, so about a week before Maddie was murdered, or less, a week or less, Maddie told Stephan Sterns that she had a crush on a boy at school, which Stephan Sterns told Jennifer Soto about. That's also part of the timeline. Is that what made him so anxious? Maybe she said, I'm not going to be with you anymore. I'm going to tell people what you do. And I have a boyfriend now, or a crush. And he didn't want that. Jennifer Soto didn't know if Maddie told Stephan Sterns in person or via the phone about having a crush on a boy at school. I asked Jennifer Soto how she felt Stephan Sterns reacted to her having a crush on a boy, and she said he was excited for her and that it was super cute. Are you sure? Are you sure? That's not what his parents said. We began speaking about the living situation. Okay, Jenn said she had a rule that Maddie was not allowed to sleep in the bed with Stephan. She claimed Stephan never requested to sleep in the same bed as Maddie, but she struggled to maintain focus when she answered the question. Jenn claimed that Madeline asked for sleepovers with Stephan Sterns, and she wanted to watch movies and eat snacks. She then went into talking about the three of them staying in the same bed together back in June of 2023, and described how she would sleep on one side of the bed, Maddie in the middle, Stephan Sterns on the other side. Jennifer Soto acknowledged she eventually okayed the sleepovers between her daughter and Stephan Sterns. The interview continued in a path as to find out if Jennifer Soto had any knowledge of the current location of Madeline's body, right? But Jennifer Soto remained steadfast. She did not know where the body of her daughter was. She's not even freaking out. What do you mean her body? She's like, I don't know where her body is. But continued to deny all involvement in regards to having knowledge of murder, and continued to deny all knowledge of the victimization by Stephan Sterns. During portions of the interview, Jennifer Soto continuously protected Stephan Sterns, was questioned about why she prioritizes Stephan Sterns over her own daughter, and even at one point referred to the sex stuff as not evil, but the murder of her daughter as evil. Did you guys see that? The sex stuff is not evil. According to Jenn Soto. That's okay. Right? Okay. The interview eventually ended, but Jennifer Soto did not show the same level of emotion or care in regards to Madeline and the ongoing victimization by Stephan Sterns. Then she did her disappearance. It appeared to me that she has already accepted that the victimization was happening, and her emotion appeared fictitious. Through the course of this investigation, it was determined that Madeline was deceased when leaving her apartment in Kissimmee, Florida. You see, if anyone wonders, the police are saying it was determined that she was deceased when leaving the apartment. Okay? Okay, now quickly go here. Not all of them are this long, okay? That was the longest one. On February 26, 2023, at approximately 8 o'clock, Jennifer observed missing Madeline Soto getting dressed for school. I just wanted to point that out one more time. To some police officers, because she had many interviews, she said, yeah, she saw her getting dressed for school. Mary says Croc was found in mom's room. Crime happened at night or the morning. Then Jenn had to know because she was there according to her timeline. She made it to her room, in my opinion. I agree with you, Mary. I'm on your page. Yes. Okay, just hold on 1 second. All right. Sharon said she wasn't pregnant or there'd be DNA. And Miss K said, you guys do know a pregnancy would mean 2 murder charges. Exactly. That's why I'm like, I'm not sure about that. It could just be like, I have a boyfriend now, or she's got a crush, or like, don't touch me again. I'm going to tell on you, or whatever it is, right? Okay. Just one more time. You see that? You see that lie there? Jenn initially said she saw her getting dressed for school. Sure. The highlighted part. As Stephan was driving away, he could see what appeared to be Madeline searching through a book bag. He did not think anything of it due to Madeline usually looking through a book bag to find headphones so she could put them in before going to school. Earth to dumbass. You're claiming she forgot her phone at home, and so did you. Why would she be looking for headphones to connect to what? Number 2, when you say she usually would just rummage through a backpack, how do you know? You hardly ever took her to school, you dumbass. Oh my word, these people make me so mad. Freaking Stephan Sterns. Yeah, she usually did that. And how do you know? You weren't there. My word. Welcome to all the new members. After this, we'll have a members-only stream, okay? Right after this. We just got to get through this first. There's very important things here. We can't leave it now. We can't walk away right now. We can always do body cam another time, but I do want to show you one little portion. So just hang in there for a second. Okay, these are now friends of Madeline Soto, highlighted parts. There was this one friend that said that they were best friends, and she said that Madeline said that she just wanted to cry. Sometimes Madeline said she just wanted to cry. Trauma. Now, the friend said that she had recently become close friends with Madeline and they shared 2 classes in common. She stated that they would know her, the other friends would know her best, and they both told her things about Madeline, including her mention of wanting to run away when she was 13 years old and to build a house in the woods. She recalled how she would seem pretty sad sometimes, though she noted that other times she seemed happy. Traumatized child. Here it says, additionally, she described Maddie as bipolar in her behavior and that she was taking unknown medication for ADHD. She told me that Madeline stopped taking her medication on Valentine's Day, but an unknown reason. She described her as nice, funny, and caring on her medication, but snappy when she's off the medication. She also says here, wait. Sorry, my hair is tickling me here on my face. Okay, hold on. She went through earlier, did not show any interest in wanting to hurt herself. She stated that she was upset at her party because she advertised it well, but not many people showed up, nor did many bring presents. Madeline was upset at her birthday party, according to one of her best friends, because many people canceled the day before, said they're not coming to the party, one, and they didn't show. She advertised it well, and they didn't bring many presents. But there's Jenn Soto being like, she came home, she was so happy, she showed me all her gifts, she was so happy with all her gifts. No, she wasn't. No, another lie. No, she wasn't. Now, one would say, but it's just the word of a friend over Jenn Soto. Who do you believe at this point? I believe the friend. The friend doesn't have to lie. Looks to me like Jenn Soto does have to. Okay, quickly here. What is it that I want to show you here? I would have highlighted. Hold on. There you go. Here's another one. I stated the last time she spoke to Madeline was Sunday via text. She appeared normal. This is her friend. This is one of Madeline's friends. On Saturday of February 24th, she received a text from Madeline saying she was having a meltdown and to help her. She did not see the message until Sunday when she asked if she was okay, and she said she was fine. She had a text message from her on February 2nd stating when she turned 13, she was going to run away and go in the woods and build a house. She didn't know why she wanted to run away other than she knew she'd been arguing with her mother. We've seen this document before with Jenn. She only heard stuff regarding redacted, but never Stephan Sterns. She knew that Madeline had a crush on a 7th grader named redacted, but she did not know what his last name was. She didn't know where she would go and had no other information. Okay, so on the Saturday before, Madeline is texting a friend saying, I'm having a meltdown. I need help, I'm having a meltdown. I would love to know, and I would speculate that it would be at the time when she asked Stephan Sterns on a call, are you coming tomorrow? And he said, yeah. And then she had her meltdown because she didn't want him there. And guess what? She was murdered the next night, okay? Right after that birthday party with that beautiful blue dress, cake, some gifts, family, the 2 friends are there. Her aunt takes her home. Within half an hour, Stephan's there. Within a few hours, she's dead. That is insane, if you think of all the things in the timeline. Kat, oh my goodness, thank you for being a member for 21 months. So there's that little bit there. Meltdown. Maddie saying to her friend, I'm having a meltdown, I need your help. Okay? We've got 3 more things here. Stephan had returned to the home at approximately, now they're saying 10:15. You see that. Listen to the timeline of all these lies in the police interviews. There's many police interviews. Here, after Stephan dropped her off, he saw her walking in the direction of school. He was driving away. Stephan provided he left his phone at home on the morning of this incident, and he was unsure of the exact time he dropped her off. He then went to a nearby smoke shop to purchase supplies for his e-cigarette or the vaping, right, and the shop was closed. Stephan then returned to the home at approximately 10:15 and spent time with Jennifer. That's not possible. That's his life, because apparently, unless she didn't have the appointment, apparently her appointment was at 10:15, and Stephan called her at 10:18. And he said, whoops, I forgot my phone at home. But she wasn't home yet. She apparently got home around 11. Okay? And then he says, spend time with Jennifer, who had just woken up. Okay. That's interesting. Stephan left then left the home again, and he went back to the smoke shop at approximately 11, which was now open. After returning home again, Jennifer stated she wanted to take a nap. And so Stephan used the opportunity to go out and complete some errands. That's a whole nother story, hey? That's very different to everything we've heard so far. Okay. So while out completing errands, Stephan's car suffered a flat tire in the area of US 192 between 12 and 2. Due to the flat tire, Stephan was unable to join Jennifer to pick Madeline up from school, as the couple would have had to leave by 2:30. The ex-couple, okay, ex-boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay, by the time Stephan returned home, Jennifer was already gone. Stephan could not recall any arguments between Madeline and the family or any trouble that she's been in recently, although he says she can become agitated due to her hormones at times. Inappropriate for him to even talk about her hormones. Like, shut up, bro, especially in hindsight. Oh my word. The nerve of this guy. Okay, so there's that. There's this one as well, which says, during the search of the residence, I located a pair of blue boxers inside of a laundry basket in what I was informed was the living space or bedroom of Jenn. The bedroom was located on the first floor of the residence adjacent to the dining room. The pair of boxers located matched a pair of boxers observed on images stored on Stephan's phone, where he was sexually abusing Madeline. A crime scene investigator took photographs of the pair of boxers and collected it. I showed that to you yesterday, okay? Make sure you go look at those photos. We're going to sit here for hours if I show you everything again. I will show you again, though, but not today. Go and look at it from yesterday. I think I timestamped that. Literally, there's CSAM material, okay, on Stephan's phone. Red shirt, Deadpool graphic, boxer shorts. They're seeing blankets and what Madeline's wearing. And guess what? A lot of those items, wow, there's boxer shorts right there in her hamper. The laundry basket right there. Under all the blankets, though, there's panties. Some weird stains in it. What clothes was he washing? He forgot about that. Oh, my word. And then there's one crock of Maddie's in her mother's room, right in the corner, plain sight, right there by the window. 2 crocs belong to Madeline Soto, 1 to Maddie. Did Stephan perhaps grab 2 crocs to throw away, and when he was at the trash, realize, although I think he's too dumb to realize, but let's say, realize, oh crap, I have 2 left shoes. Damn it, let me throw away the one and then take back the other one. And then he forgot about it to throw away the other crock of Maddie's. Or what? 1 crock of Maddie's was in the trash. Okay, so that is why I say, and what I said on Court TV, I truly believe something very bad happened downstairs there that night. I'm going to show you actually a photo. I need to show you a photo right after this to tell you what I mean. Okay, so here, the roommate, Angelica, there were 90 images that were captured of an unaware female. 90 of the roommate under the crack of the door. Isn't that so crazy? And then this one. I asked Jennifer what time she'd woken up on February 26, 2024, to which she stated she believed sometime between 8 and 8:15, because Stephan had gone into the room to put a leash on the dog. Again, a different timeline by Madeline Soto. I asked Jennifer what she and Stephan did when they reunited at the residence, and she stated they chatted for a little bit, and then she asked, what happened? Whoa. What a question. So what happened? Huh? Damn. If you put this all together, my freaking goodness. Okay, so that's all I highlighted for you, except Jennifer's vehicle had also traveled on February 28th between the hours of 4:42 in the morning and 10:55. That's when they were at the hotel, 27th, 28th. He's taking Jen's car between US 192 and southwest to Northport, Florida. It's like going back to, seems like, where he put Madeline's body, and to Northport, Florida, past his parents' house, to put that hard drive, what? In the storage unit or what? Sounds like it. Okay, now, quickly. Now, let me fetch this for you. I want to show you something. Okay, I've categorized everything so nicely now for you. So, let's quickly go to apartment, Madeline's room. That's what I want to show you. And got 3 screens. The picture opens on that side. Okay, hold on 1 second. Actually, I just have to be careful here. Wait, I don't want to show certain ones. Okay, wait. I have to just quickly move 2 of them. Stand by, everyone. You're going to want to see this. Evidence photos. Madeline. Not to show. It's going in the not to show folder. Okay, including Stephan naked. We don't want to see that ever. No one wants to see that. All right, so we're going to apartment. We're going to Madeline's room, yes, and we're going to open this one. And here we go. I hope I don't show anything. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to show you something now. Panda said, we have a teen's birthday party on a Sunday evening. It was actually on Sunday at 3 p.m. Her birthday was on the Thursday, though. I don't know what did her own mother do for her on her birthday? I want to know that. Stephan wasn't there. He came through on Sunday. Her grandmother threw her a party. And it seems like the year before as well. There's photos of her 12th birthday party. We've looked at that before. And it seems like the same background, the same, like, you know, looks like sliding glass doors and the balloons. It was just pink themed then and blue this time, you know. So I would speculate her grandmother spoiled her and not Jenn. Okay. Now, this is Maddie's bedroom, makeshift room in the living area. All right. Let's just make sure you can see the whole picture. Okay. Like that. There we go. And sorry, I just want to make sure it's good that you can see everything. Okay. So here's the downstairs area. Jenn Soto's room is right next to this. Okay. Now look at this. This could be cat puke. I've got cats. It looks like, oh man, when you wake up and you see this. But somebody noticed this yesterday and said, oh my word, is this part of like, it's just something that they noticed and said, could he have strangled her with something here? There's all these blankets here just piled on top. They peeled the blankets back. There's a pair of underwear in there. There's like puke on the floor here. And then in the laundry basket, there's a computer there, which, you know, and again, when they say, yeah, Stephan was just sitting there on the computer, was it in Jenn's room or this room? It seems like more like this room, right? Jamie, welcome. Okay. Now, there was a pile of blankets. They pull it back and there's this pillow. Under here is underwear. Okay. Got this. Just being very careful here. Look at the kitty. Shame. Poor kitty. Okay. Here. There's Stephan's boxer shorts. And this Lilo and Stitch, pajama has got its tags on still. Latani, welcome. Why is his boxer shorts right here? And then the police say they had that CSAM material, red shirt, boxer shorts on his phone evidence. And then they find the boxer shorts in her room, which is this area. There it is. And it matches the brand and style and everything of the one that he was photographed in. It's not the same one. He has one pair. He was wearing another pair at the police station when they took pictures of his hands and then his whole body. He was wearing those types of ones, just a darker blue. Okay. All right. So we've got that. There's the Valentine's Day chocolates unopened, as I told you. They did talk about Stephan Sterns on one of the search warrants having a little bracelet with beads that said Stephan, something like that. And I think it's something like this that maybe Maddie made for him. Okay. Just one earring missing there. Don't know where that is. But we've got that. These are different. These are just the panties in the drawer. Okay, I think they said there were 15 of them or something. The bed, and they zoom into the stains on the bed. Take pictures. They find evidence on his phone of something that's happening. He wasn't there since December, so I'm still going to say that night. It sounds like it. If you just read everything, it's like, oh, you mean that night. Now this as well, this said, my fluctuating moods, anxiety, and trauma-related symptoms affect my memory, concentration, focus, and energy levels. I also have severe trauma responses when I encounter all males, even if they're not my perpetrator, right? That's what it says. Now this is in one of Maddie's books, but somebody had emailed me and they said that they work... Oh, I need to find your email. Wait, disability. Let's try search for this. Such a good email. The notebook, there. Okay, this is what someone emailed me. The handwritten statement in the lined notebook about a condition is how it impacts her ability to work. This statement in particular jumped out at me because it's the exact wording used in Social Security disability applications. I recognized it right away as I worked with these claims for years. So this person is speculating, this is probably Jenn Soto writing this in Maddie's books, claiming social security disability. And they went into more detail of that, but thank you so much for those emails. It really, really helps. Because I'm like, oh my word, it might not even have been Madeline writing that. And there's the makeshift room again, okay? Shame, man. And here's this on the floor, and I just mean, like, Jenn Soto's like, has no knowledge, her daughter's missing. But you don't say, holy crap, there's puke on the floor, there's blankets all over the place, his boxer shorts are like right there, there's one of her Crocs in my room. Don't you? And then you run upstairs, let's say you run upstairs, you're like, oh my word, in his room there's the gun, which maybe it was always there, but he probably brought it along, which is, I don't know. There's a gun, there's a backpack, there's literally masturbation cream. I'm not making up those words, it's on the police reports. I do have the pictures of that cream as well, right? Mary says that Maddie's computer have a camera on it pointing at her bed. It looks like it could be. Yeah, it could be. Here's what I'm talking about. The pajamas with a tag on it. Did he give her that for her birthday? Did Jenny give her that? Was that one of her presents? Why has it still got the tag on? Why is it? I don't know. I just have many questions. Now, hold on 1 second. I want to show you one more thing as well. I want to show you so many things. We could be here for like 8 hours, like a full trial day, but let's split it up, okay, and make sure that we chunk it so we can just process all of this. Now, quickly, apartment. I want to show you Jenn's room. Okay. Here we go. This is Jennifer Soto's room, master bedroom downstairs. There's the little dog bowls, I guess. I think it's the cat. Remember we heard the like automatic feeder? That's for the cat, apparently, from what I've read. Which is interesting. It makes sense because I'm a cat mom. And I'm like, no one talks about the cat being like, row, row, in the morning. Cats do not leave people alone in the morning. They are like at 4 in the morning, like, hello, lady. Feeding lady. Feeding time. So they never mentioned that the cat also wanted to be fed. Stephan's there to walk the dog, look after Madeline. They don't talk about the cat, but I'm like, okay, the cat's got an automatic feeder. That makes sense. Because I wondered about that as well. This is Jenn Soto's room. In the corner right here are the Crocs. Her pair of Crocs and one of Madeline's. Okay? So what I'm saying is if you're a mother, your only child is missing. And you're like, what is going on? She was last seen with Stephan, who hasn't even been here for 2 months. So what happened? What happened? What happened after I sent him upstairs? What happened after he says he gave her an extra dose of medication? Start looking around. There's a Croc. There's a boxer short. There's puke on the floor or something, right? There's a panty in her bed. What the hell is going on here? Oh my word, I'm running upstairs. There's a tripod. Looks to be a sex toy. There's a gun. Some snacks still left out. And guess what? A whole bag of Danish pastries as well. What the thing he mentioned that he got for Madeline at McDonald's, or rather he said he wanted to go to McDonald's. She didn't want anything. Eventually gave her a cheese Danish pastry that he got from home. Black Widow says, my cat is relentless. Yeah, that's why in this story, I feel like that lady from Legally Blonde, where I'm like, like cracking the case because of the cat. Not really, I'm just kidding now. But you know what I mean? When it's like, wait. What was the cat doing that morning? Because we all know cats. If you have cats, you know it's just like, no man, of course they're going to be there in the way, bothering you. So where was the cat? But anyway, the cat has an automatic feeder. So, okay, here, this is Jen's room with a Christmas tree up in Feb. Yes, I will try not to judge it. I'll try not to. Okay, some people still have it up late. All right. She says that she kicked Stephan out because he's messy. I'm just like, okay, is this tidy? I'm not sure. Stephan came to the downstairs bathroom in the middle of the night. Oh, wow, right there by your room. Interesting. The Crocs are found here. I say again, there's one sticking out right there. Guys, here's the bathroom. And in the body cam, I do want to show you. She says, yeah, you can go to the bathroom. There's gonna be clothes on the floor. Untouched the next day, just like Maddie's clothes on the floor. It's just, oh my word, she's so freaking weird, this one. So we go there. We zoom into the Crocs now. 1, 2, there's a third one in this pile here because we're gonna go to it, right? Oh, did they think they're not gonna find that other one or what? There it is. There's women's size 8 Crocs, Jenn Soto, speculatively because it's bigger. There's the pair of Crocs. There's one Croc. Wow, 5 to 7. And they find the matching Croc in the trash. Okay. Now we go to apartment again. Madeline's room. Room number 4. Room number 4. Wow, Stephan was wearing a red shirt that morning and a blue shirt later. There's a blue shirt lying right there when the police come in. Notice one pillow, one side of the bed, slept in. She doesn't know if he has blankets there. I don't think he slept at all that night. Remember, he doesn't sleep at night. His parents said he's up all night. Sleep apnea. I don't know if that's how that works. Up all night. Sleeps all day. One pillow. Hardly slept in bed. Here's a friggin' blue shirt and little lollipops. And whatever the hell this is. Okay. Look at it. Room number 4. I can't show you the gun. YouTube will take that down. Wish I could just show you. Word. Oh, empty closet. There's a TV, trash can, all of this. Look how close it is to everyone else. Room number 4. Yes? There's one picture of it. And it's under that. What is going on in this room? Oh, and then they go into the backpack. Look what they find in the backpack. Did he bring it along with him? Probably. Or is it in the drawer now? Are you trying to make it look like you live there? You see, when the roommates say it sounds like he was moving like the table or something, and it would have had to be loud because they'd have to hear it through the doors and all that. Yeah, you were probably throwing the gun in the drawer or something. Who knows what he was doing in this room? I think a lot happened downstairs. My, there's a red shirt. Amazing. With like a graphic on it. Jenn also says it. Is that the shirt? Is that the shirt seen in the CSAM photos? The cops say they found a red shirt in his drawer that matches what they see on the evidence. There's the shirt. Last seen wearing when Madeline was murdered. This is now again Jenn Soto's room. This is room number 4. Nothing under the bed. Sure. Look at these locks and everything. They sure paid attention to the locks. The cops. We're not all going, oh my word, locks, because maybe every room had locks because they rented them out. But this room, they're like, look at the locks. Look at it. One pillow. Snacks. Danish pastries. Right here. There's the Danish pastries right here. This guy. Yeah. Jessica said Maddie's dress on that dresser that she wore for her birthday. Is that so? I have to go look again. Oh my word, this case will make us mad. Let's go back to apartment and go to Madeline's room. You said Maddie's dress on the dresser. Wow, good spotting. If so, where? Let's go here. We're trying to see it. Jessica, tell me when you spot it. Where is it? On that dresser. What do you mean on Jenn Soto's dresser? Wait, Maddie's dress on that dresser that she wore for her birthday. We have to look again. Which room? Make sure that you guys are subscribed with your notifications on. We've got lots more work to do in going through everything that I've received. There's more audio files. Obviously, we're going to listen to Chris Sterns. 3 audio files that I've got there. All sorts of things. Okay. Stains we've got there. We have to go back to Jenn's room quickly. Apartment. Jenn's room. I'm just quickly going to go through this. We have to spot the blue dress. Where is it? Room 4? Bathroom is there. I mean, what the hell is going on in this room? Okay. The Crocs are there. We've seen that. Okay. So you guys are saying room 4? Wait, room 4 on the dresser. Okay. You see, we can look at this stuff a million times. It's all great to look at it together so that we could see. Let's see. But this is not the blue dress. This is his shirt, okay? So if that's what you guys are talking about, that's not his, that's not her dress. That's his blue shirt. Okay? Yeah, that's his shirt, not her blue dress. Just saying again. My word. So, Stephanie said, my wife works in criminal law and she thinks after looking at FL, not only can Jenn be charged, like Florida law, right? But not only can Jenn be charged, but because of Maddie's room, many others as well for neglect, and I hope they do. Yes, I hope so too. Yeah, I'm not seeing the blue dress. I'm seeing his blue shirt. Okay, everyone. So I think I've shown you everything I can show you right now. We've still got lots to go through, except for the body cam. I want to show you that now. Just hold on 1 second. That's there. Jenn's room, Maddie's room, room number 4. Make sure you know which one's which. This is the rest of the house, the apartment, okay? Evidence photos. We've got the dumpster, photos of Madeline, other Sterns, vehicles. The vehicles one is very interesting. We do have to look at this at some point. We have to go through all these photos of what's happening in this vehicle. I'll show you why. An example quickly. Like, what in the hell is going on here in the car Stephan was driving, his dad's car? This is in the front and back. Maybe it's just there to put the poodles in the car at his parents' house or whatever. But the timing, the positioning, how he was maybe making sure that deceased Madeline was sitting somewhat upright. Isn't that scary? I'm just speculating. That's speculation. Because there's that one and there's also one in the back. Look. Why does it go to the other side? Hello. This way. And I mean, so that's there. So maybe it's just to put the dogs on the leash, right? And if you also look quickly here, where's the pictures of the floorboard? I mean, what in the hell is going on here? Look at this. Look at it. What is happening? This is so hectic. Okay, now one more thing quickly. I won't show you all the body cam I plan on showing you today. We've got to come back tomorrow for that. So just quickly, let me fetch it for you. While we're waiting for it to quickly load. Samantha said, was Maddie's birthday dress lying on the floor in Jenn's room in the pile of clothes? I don't know. I haven't seen it at all. Have not seen it at all. Okay. Jennifer said that's a dog seatbelt. I just wonder. It's a dog leash. I know it's a dog leash, guys. Okay, so let's make it clear. I know that it's a dog leash. It's a dog seatbelt. It's for the dogs. I just worry about Maddie being strapped into that very seat that morning if he also used anything like that. Okay, so here we go. I just quickly want to show you this one because it's Jenn Soto and Stephan Sterns standing outside talking about, do you want to see like the last outfit she was seen wearing? So let's listen to it. I'm actually going to go forward a little bit. There we go. There we go.
Hey guys, so we're just going to try to see if we could pull one more clothing for collecting of clothes, okay? That's okay with you guys? Yeah. We're going to pull one more and then we're going to have the dog sniff it out again and see if we could get another track going.
It's kind of fresh.
Yeah. All right?
Can I get you like the last outfit she was wearing?
Has it been like with other clothes and all that, like your clothes?
It got mixed in with clean clothes and dirty clothes.
What do you think?
Is it on the floor there in the bathroom?
It's in the laundry basket.
Were the other clothes not good enough?
No.
We just try to collect separate ones and then we separate all of them, just in case one was contaminated, we have something else we can use without having to come and bother you guys.
I was just thinking on Sunday, the last day we had her.
Yeah.
Actually, we had her Monday morning, but Sunday, she had her.
She's like, do you want to see the last outfit she was wearing? Do you mean the dress or her birthday dress? Hey, you want to see the last outfit she was wearing? Calmly and just say, well, when we last had her on Sunday. I just find the language so off. Oh my word. I'll go back a few seconds here.
We just try to collect separate ones and then we separate all of them, just in case one was contaminated, we have something else we can use without having to come and bother you guys.
I was just thinking on Sunday, the last day we had her.
Yeah.
Actually, we had her Monday morning, but Sunday, she had her Monday. So I wasn't sure if that would be helpful, but that's mixed in with clean and dirty clothes, I think.
Is it other people's dirty clothes or is it
No,
her
just hers.
Is her
What about
underwear?
like a pillow that she likes to sleep with?
Her underwear is
That,
not.
I mean, all that.
He's like, you know, we got like a pillow she likes to sleep on. And they're like, no, there's no other dirty clothes there. Oh, just Stephan's boxer shorts. That's all. No, it's only her clothes. And Stephan's boxer shorts featured in evidence on his phone. My goodness.
Stuff works.
Yeah, but you slept on the pillow this morning.
Oh, that's right. I snuggled with her pillow.
Like, would she have
Underwear,
taken...
there would be underwear on the bathroom floor.
Okay, I thought I
And
saw
that
one
hasn't
there
been touched,
yesterday.
yeah.
Okay, then that's like the closest thing to her body.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
most of us do it.
Okay.
Good call.
And that's what they do. They go to the house now. It's a very short clip here.
Yeah.
They show the dog very quickly here. Briefly, you see the cat. There's the doggy. Shame, look at the dog. And then we here. So we can watch this at some point again as well, this body cam. But for now, let's call it a day because my goodness, I don't want to keep you forever. And I don't want replay watchers to miss all the everything that we talk about, you know? So sometimes people see like, damn, it's like a 2.5 hour live stream. I'm not going to watch that. Oh, I don't want them to miss the evidence, the things that we're going through here, right? So let's just call it a day today. We'll be back tomorrow again and we'll discuss more. So yeah, Ashley's like he's snuggled with her pillow. Okay, now everyone. I see some people like, why do the police have to ask so hard for something of hers? Why do they make it so difficult? It's just like, oh yeah, okay. Like, no, you slept on the pillow, remember? Oh yeah, I had a nap on that pillow. Oh, okay. It's just crazy. Yeah, Leanne's like, she knew her daughter was dead. It seems like it. She's like, the last day we had her, the last outfit she was wearing. She says a lot of last, a lot of finality. The police reports do note she uses a lot of past tense when talking about her daughter. We know that's a red flag, especially in true crime. We know. Welcome, AJ. Welcome to all the new members. What we're going to do now is you're going to be redirected to a members-only stream. I'm going to be reading you an email that I received from the judge in a case that we just covered, the Sean Finnegan trial. We love that judge. He sent an email. We're going to read through that. Then I'm going to tell you a little bit of the behind-the-scenes experience, what it's like to be on court TV with Vinnie Politan, and like how do you prepare and how does it work and what happens. I'm going to tell you all of that as well. So everyone, I will see you again tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe, notifications on. I'll set up the stream tomorrow sometime and then you'll see it. Just click notify me and I'll see you there, okay? And please leave your comments below. I look forward to reading them. Thank you so much all for being here. Like and share so others can also learn this information. I'll be making some timestamps for you so it's easier to, navigate through this whole video. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much, mods. I know this was a busy one. Thank you very much. Bye.